I've been drinking Kool-Aid cameras like I did when I was 9, 'cause I like to pretend that I haven't lost the time. In the end, the nostalgia, though it tastes fine, I can only drink a couple 'cause it feels like a lie. We'd play Halo and we'd lay low in our basement until the sun began to rise. We would go to school but not learn too much, 'cause it's hard to read when you've got tired eyes. Months go by, the time it flies, past the days that we drink Kool-Aid in the summertime. Years go by, the time it flies, past the days that we drink Kool-Aid in the summertime. They've been with me for some time, and it's nice to know that they still by my side. Friends are like stars, 'cause no matter how far, when it's dark outside, they will be your light. We'd play Halo and we'd lay low in our basement until the sun began to rise. We would go to school but not learn too much, 'cause it's hard to read when you've got tired eyes. Months go by, the time it flies, past the days that we drink Kool-Aid in the summertime. Years go by, the time it flies, past the days that we drink Kool-Aid in the summertime.
Hello, welcome to some Open. It is I, the Animation. I'm joined with my Benjamin today. And
Not me, my dad. Yeah.
Ben.
Pretend we never saw it.
Ben, we've got some stuff to happen. Some gaming to watch, perhaps.
Yep, potentially. Got some Open, and then we're going to be going into Div 2 for Pint, who always seem to be getting cast of hours because they're capable of scheduling games not at Thursday at 20. Because the amount of requests for teams is like, oh, please cast our game. Oh, when is it? It's Thursday at 20.
I love when people do that.
It happens so much. Pint have got like the secret tech of like just don't schedule games at Thursday at 20 and we can probably cast them. It's so easy.
I take Thursday 20 over Thursday 21. That's even worse.
Okay, yeah, Thursday 21 is worse, but like everyone plays at Thursday at 20.
This time tonight we'll actually have Shadow as well, who wasn't playing last week, and I was very disappointed.
Which team is Mr. Shadow on?
Chunky Kong.
Chunky Kong. They actually have
beautiful.
someone called XX Fortnite _pro _gamer.
I'm upset.
This man's more powerful than you are.
He definitely is. Been seeing a couple of
It might
TF2
surprise you to
playing
learn this,
Fortnite.
but they don't call him that in the comms.
What do they call him?
By his name, I guess.
I'm
Actual name.
calling him XX Fortnite _pro _gamer the whole game.
You could just call him Thanos. That's his profile picture, I guess.
XX. If he's gone on, maybe he's a 12 account called XX Fortnite Pro Gamer. He will be getting called XX Fortnite Pro Gamer.
So, what can we expect from Open Teams on Entropy? Entropy, of course, being a new entrance for the season. I believe it got played in a map cup test before, but now it's entered the season as we are actually going live.
Oh, I did watch Chunky Kong this last map, and it was a weird game because each team was winning one half of the game, but then they decided to actually just barely win at the end. It was a strange one. They barely came back at the end. Both maps are really close too, actually. Haven't seen unofficially British at all, so I don't know where those guys are standing at, but I mean, they won a map 2 weeks ago, so they must be good.
Yeah, they got Front, who I think is a Merc on demo, coming over from Generic Gamers, but actually as a League of Front gets taken out instantly by the Bombing Soldiers on the first mid and losing more players as well as Donkey Kong. Looking like they're doing pretty well, getting onto Spook as well, late death on the mid fight, and everyone else is suddenly trying to salvage their way in. W gonna go for the medic, not quite land the last shot onto Local. Gonna be going even further underneath though. How on earth is W still alive? I don't quite know, but Local gets out and away with his life in rather precarious circumstances, but he's gonna keep Uberad.
Oh, is this the French guy, W? Does anyone happen to notice? That's the only guy I know is called W at roughly this skill level, I guess.
Yeah, they're not on the team page.
Oh, it might be the French guy then, yeah.
Yeah, it could be. W full stop.
I think that's a demo main. But I think the guy also played low since a little while.
Uber coming in onto this left side there, a bit late to get anything. Uber on the low ground as it finally fades, just getting the sentry, but instantly Engineer getting onto X Fortnite Pro Gamer, and it's a little bit of a massacre. Only Limber left, and he's gonna die. And British defending last.
Okay, I have info from Ramit that he gave them a quick demo review on Chunky Kong before this game. So any and all wrongdoings by the red team, including this last push right now, is Ramit's fault.
That does make sense.
That was a pretty stinky last push. I'm not gonna lie. It was a pretty rough one, and they're gonna feel the pain of it now, sitting with full dis on this mid fight, but not if they're able to get the bomb and the drop in. Unid straight onto the medic of Spook. No advantage anymore. They're gonna give up the midpoint for it, but big play coming through and might be flipping back in their favour. Railroad's probably happy with that one.
Maybe so, but
knows how a medic drops and said, "Do this,
just do this." Oh, Shadow's farming them right now, so uh-oh. Just catches people that want to flank early and suddenly it's, I mean, there's not even effort anymore to mid, right?
Yeah, they're going to be big careful. Local still doesn't have, right? Local still doesn't have, has to be careful.
Dotty going in?
Take too much damage by this. Yeah,
okay. Fine. I was going to be upset if the soldier survived that.
Looking interested.
When you push them with like such a big ad like that, where you don't have Uber yet, you're gonna be so careful because you can't just like use and run into them and kill them all. So you've got to be extra careful. But they managed to get through.
Oh, you can do that. You probably shouldn't, but you can. Just
Big
fine.
shots.
You just really have to
Local
not have
just
this happen to
dies.
Yeah, not getting like 4-shot by the scouts is probably also a good idea, right?
you. This one also brought to you by Rabbit.
What is Ramed's drops.tf profile?
Well, he's falling behind since he's not been playing recently.
It's got to be in top 10, surely.
Yeah, given how much TF2 he's played and how much unmedicated.
He was top 20 at one point, I know that.
Pump those numbers up.
I mean, someone did artificially inflate that drops.tf status and then Icewind removed the game so they intentionally threw.
Meantime, W in the
So
backlines, getting a nice kill in the 1v1. This is going to get the British.
Ooh, locals getting caught as
forward.
well. Oh, that's such a big advantage now. They already had ad.
W's on the demo. Can't
Yeah,
land
W's
the
in.
rockets.
In just fancies it, you know, just fancies the play going all the way around. Not gonna quite get out, but drives so many players out onto the flank. The cap might just be able to come through, and come through it does. You don't even need to use the advantage as the unofficially British gamers get their first round on the board.
That was a lot of people looking at W that just should have looked anywhere else and
Yeah, everyone just ran
Get them
away.
final
Didn't
point.
they? It was just
yeah, they
like
all went for
tunnel
the sword
vision.
on the flank.
Yeah, it was great distraction in.
Well, back to mid it is, with now a trained skull. I don't know, this is gonna be awkward, because Chunky Kong still didn't look that bad. They just messed up once, and then it was messing up big time out of it, right?
Slow rollout,
they still had a good
right?
early
They're,
chance.
they're caught in the flank on rollout. There's surely no way they can get in unless their flank goes absolutely huge, but Front and Dotty are going to be taking so much damage. They're going
Such
to
as on
try
the
and
medic,
barge
though.
their way and get damage onto local, but not quite enough as Soldiers bomb back in. Spook's so weak underneath as well. Sloaney's gone down, and Spook's still getting chased down, going to be taken down very, very late by Unid, and yeah, I'm not quite sure that's the play on mid, to be honest.
What, losing?
Well, getting caught in flank and just having just your Demo and Soldier out.
Well, that's like,
Spam for free.
that's what the team that goes enemy side on this mid fight wants to see though, right? Preferably, like, that's the optimistic idea that should happen every time. On a mid fight like this, you go enemy side and just cut off people from, like, choke instantly. If at all possible. It doesn't happen often, and
I feel like that's the default mid though going enemy side. You just roll out from like onto the grass with that little hut. Or that,
oh yeah,
the
and then
default mid
obviously
delivering.
it's now on Brits to realize maybe we shouldn't have everyone sit and choke and get cut off immediately, right?
Yep.
We'll see on the next mid fight, I guess. We might go there soon, actually.
Yeah, they're standing on point this time, which is definitely an improvement on the last full advantage push from Chunky Kong, but they're still gamers trying to defend W, getting a nice double rocket onto the point, but they're going to be on front now. Not going to surely have much of a chance yet. Taken down, and yeah, the power of playing the point on this map, it caps quick and it's hard to block.
I need to ask Equal this at some point when I see him. I need to ask him how high the capture zone is on this last point. Because I seen some shit this week, where someone got like flung into the skybox on last with like explosives and capped like miles in the air. So I don't know where this exactly, and it might just have been the speed making it look weird of the person, but still.
Yeah, you can definitely stand on like the little lip, like at the bottom of the fence. You can definitely stand there, and I think you can even jump there and still be
I'm
capping.
pretty sure scouts can double jump and they're still
Yeah,
just
scouts might be able to double jump there
capping.
as well and still cap. Yeah, it is definitely quite tall. Slightly better mid this time, rolling out the more standard way, doing taking your advice, rolling out onto the right side with this anti-clockwise rotation, but not gonna do it without losing their med as a nice little salvage comes in from Unid. Despite the rest of the team losing the mid, comes in, gets that late kill onto Spook. Mean that they're not facing that bad of a distance. They're actually going to have a bit of ad if they're able to build it out. Doesn't look like they're building too effectively. But it's going to be evening out. Say my
We're
words.
seeing any last setup? Not exactly yet, but I'm sure they're going to realize, right? Right, Rabbit, they're going to build a gun on last. I'm sure they...
What's the gun?
Oh,
Never
that's the
heard of it.
engineer. Huge. What's W doing?
He walked into a sticky trap in lobby, then turned around, ran into a soldier, and then somehow got out with the pickaxe.
Okay, where are we building the gun? Just right side behind the pillar? I guess it's... Well, how much can you see from that?
Actually looks like an interesting gun position.
It's just
Yeah,
like
because
it's
like
splash. Yeah,
first instinct of this is like, wow, this doesn't cover entrance, it's ass, but like that's not the point, right? You can barely see it when you're going in, so it just kind of
Unless,
like
is there a
hiding
spam angle from the
for point.
shutter in lower lobby? Like under the sign? Or it's
Maybe.
moved anyway. It's moved anyway. Now, I went through to like shutter in my fly cam.
I don't
to
think
see if
there
was
is.
an angle.
No. There's also gunspot I've seen before, like somewhere around that area by the hydrant.
Yeah. This is a really powerful spot. This is really powerful because it can watch lower, it can watch the right side entrance, and also if they're coming in from shutter, it's really hard to spam.
Downside is it doesn't cover entrances, so that's where the rest of the team has to step up a little bit.
Well, they're stepping up pretty decently so far, getting kills into crits and W.
It plays into a similar idea that most like front wall guns do, except it's like slightly awkward in comparison to those, I guess, because you don't want to have your meds hit by it, right? Of course.
Maybe that play would have worked in Fortnite, but it's not going to work in TF2, walking straight in.
No, in Fortnite we would just be flying in balloons. Oh, actually, our soldiers are flying.
Big rockets from Limber.
That was huge. That was
Got his
absolutely
Minecraft pickaxe out, and he's going to get punished for it. He's chosen the wrong game mode.
Or the wrong game, you can also do that in Fortnite.
W in front are still just chilling in lobby, trying their very, very best, but it's going to be getting
Scout with 2
forced out
HP against gun.
eventually.
Who will win?
And somehow the scout seems to be getting out. What?
I mean, the gun's not going to chase him.
Yeah, it's like that one from last time when we had the snake water one where the spy was the gun, just like running around.
Warped was very amused by that. Speaking of which, we might be having a surprise visitor today. Wonder who it could be.
Speaking of which, Warp's official on Sunday.
Yeah, well, Boot getting caught by this Uber charge means it's somewhat of a success for Chunky Kong. There are, I think it's even clean up more as well, get more damage onto front and Dotty who are backing out.
There was a back
Kong
attempt at some point during this as well. W died to the sentry gun, so they really hoped that would work.
Yeah, well, they get their reward, right? They're still bit of an advantage. They're going to get second. They're going to get mid as well. Are they going to clear the trap behind the back of the pillar? It seems like it just gets deathed anyway. But was able to see that. Yep, that has dropped medics in Prem this season. That trap.
Which one?
So
Oh, the trap. Okay.
the trap on the point. It was the one
It
that
really
we
shouldn't
casted.
have.
The one that we casted, where
It really
the
shouldn't
Demo
have.
and Scout just sat in front of it for like a minute, and
Someone looked at it too, and then it just still
yeah,
killed them
I
anyway.
think the Scout. Their name and shame, I remember who it was.
That was Omga, I'm pretty sure. I'm fairly certain it was Omga. I was one of those two anyway.
Yeah, it was definitely Varmkov, right?
Well, they got 3 points this week, so I guess, you know, Lamau we get points of the guys that got got last season, or second last season XD. How many times does that happen for the Prem debutants, I guess?
I don't know. This season is just crazy, right? Because I was looking at it and I'm like, okay, so surely now it's stabilizing out, right? And it's like the top 4 currently plus like Havoc are the ones with like reasonable playoff chances, but like there's any of like the other teams, if you just win their last 2 offies, they're probably just in.
Oh, that's a huge drop.
Well,
Uh-oh.
speaking of being in, there's the
Both meds
going
drop.
down in synchronization, synchronized dropping.
Unions will be happy today. Dropping Allegiance has been finalized.
And in the midst of it all, the rest of the British side, or the unofficially British side, should I say, managed to sweep their way in onto second with all their kills coming through. It's like one drop comes through, they're like, yeah, great, we'll go, and then you drop as well. It's kind of the momentum's kind of flipped twice, and it came up that their drop being first. Maybe helped them out slightly.
Are
We
you
talked
saying
about the Prem thing as well with Gazi and Danny yesterday, and like they are making a fair point that the new maps obviously play into it a little bit, but at the same time, considering how even the games are not the new maps they're going, you can't blame it all on it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's like
Otherwise, Varmkov Boogie would not be winning Metalworks against Forfan.
yeah, and Bagel was 3-2, and like
Well, okay, this
a
is
close
why,
last round.
This
as
is
well,
why you need to realize those guys are just Koth monsters as well. Like they play Koth every fucking time they can, and it's still pretty close every time.
Koth are kind of
Yeah, Koth.
as well, right?
That's the problem, right? They're really good at Koth for the level they're at, but so is everyone else for the
Yeah,
level
that's
they're at.
true.
So they're just still a step behind. That the common narrative of Lamau just pick Koth and like cheese a win against the top teams just doesn't apply when they're also good at Koth, which teams are these days. That mentality hasn't like been true for ages at this point.
What a bomb coming in, huge spam coming in onto the gun, onto all the defending players. Another drop comes through, and out of absolutely nowhere, just open the shutter up. Stickies come across, both soldiers fly their way in, and what a take it was. The double drops in just as many
Rabbit
minutes.
bottom that.
Oh, yeah, the double drops from local, not a...
Uber's going out of stock at the moment. Use them if you can before you drop them.
Ration wisely.
That's the thing, these people have been rationing too long, and then someone just takes it off them.
Oh, we're back to this choke rollout again. Big surf out from local, not going to be taken down just yet. Never mind, getting bombed in from Dotty, still dodging around, gets the health pack, launched skyward.
Not enough!
And it's not quite
Tries to
enough. Good
surf
attempt,
up the slope as well.
He's got so much time, right? So many people had to go in for it. Actually, never mind. Sloaney's going to get that really important kill in the post fight onto you. And I was going to say it looked dodgy in a 4v3 with a player behind, but able to deal with the flanker. Take the midpoint are the unofficial British side, and not even thinking about going into second because local is still only just spawning in. They've already taken the whole flank area. Front's maybe overstepped a bit too much, going to be taken down as well. They counter their own shadow. They're also going to be doing the same. Just do one med drops, other med drops, one demo overextends, other demo overextends.
Oh, fun fact, Shadow Dude, a former top mid scout, still technically allowed to play scout and open, by the way. He could if he wanted to.
Oh, Dotty's in.
So is everyone else.
They're just standing straight on the point.
Second rocket's in, W's in. And cap time comes through so huge, and...
You get med for it, though.
Wait, is he still in? W is just still jumping in. Sloaney's in as well. Everyone's just flying in. They're going to be very careful. There are only two players up, and Spook and Front are going to be taking a lot of damage out in this lower area, getting disconnected as well. Front still trying to spam back in. Might be getting taken down by the chasing scout, but Fortnite Pro Gamer is not quite quick enough into the lobby. The advantage is surely going to be enough you'd want to say for the British side, but it could have been a lot cleaner there.
That first soldier going in with the like 3-man attempt, playing high ground there instead of just sitting on low ground spamming, probably would have just won that fight immediately. Wouldn't have died nearly as fast, would have gotten a good angle to spam everyone blocking point as well. Very surprisingly winnable considering just 3 people feeding in.
Yeah, well, this is the attempt number 2, a little bit of residue cap time, and Ubercharge coming in, going to drop the pocket scout of crits on the doorway on the way in. It's going to mean less tactic speed for the medic, but it's not going to matter as Front's able to do so much damage with these sticky bombs. And the cap comes through with yet that latent cap time from the previous round, so 3-1 for unofficially British. And yeah, didn't get it done the first time of asking, but managed to make it work.
Do you know what this game is reminding me of? Do you know
your game?
Oh, shut up. Do you know in Blitz chess where you have that moment where you just decide to trade off all of your pieces for all of your opponent's pieces?
No, I don't play bad games.
I was mainly talking to
Yeah, I do a bit, but like, why is that related?
Well, it's, you get an advantage in this game and you think, okay, our side has a medic, their side has a medic, let's just remove the medics and the demo men and the scouts and the soldier, and we will have like 30 HP extra, so that means one of our scouts survives. And they're just doing that for every single point.
But this mid fight was the complete opposite. They just trade opposite players the entire time. Blue team is left with scouts, the other one is left with demo and medic, exactly.
Yeah, I never said they were any good at chess.
That was like a queen for 2 bishops and a rook or something. It was like a very awkward trade, which honestly, like you say, Blue lost the medic and such. They've actually managed to cap second as well. And with Dotty jumping in, going to try and get onto the medic, but doesn't quite land on the little bridge. W going to come in as a second attempt, but lands on low ground, beeps the bomb, goes in for a second time round, gets the force out. And it's all worthwhile in the end for the unofficially British. As W is somehow still alive just underneath point. I don't know how he's still living, just partying with a little frog in the sewer, but taken down eventually.
Got the most dangerous trap imprem up at the moment for stickies on the point. What will these medics do?
Surely not walk into them.
There's no Uber to drop, to be fair, so I doubt anyone's going to be
give it a moment.
into that trap anytime soon. Given that it's such a big advantage for Spook, sure they're going to try and walk on this.
I love how careful the blue team's playing with like huge ad.
Yeah, they should really be getting themselves, and they're walking in now, they have 100, but local is actually in this time built up to 75%. Ubercharge used in, big bomb up from front, who lands just in the top of the lobby, but everyone's able to get out so far. W going to try and make that not the case, jumping in from the low ground, but gets denied. Big damage coming in from Limber, nice little air shot, I believe, as well. Dotty's giving the next one to feed, and it's like COD zombies walking in one at a time, but manage it.
Front was also very laggy during that push. Certainly does not help, but like making an aggressive push where you want to chase the opposite team into lobby from that angle is really awkward because you like have to jump in and then like strip all the way back around the other way once you're like landing on the high ground.
Med's weak, caught under point. W thinking about it. And just to get back out again. Nice movement there from local, dodging those scattergun shots of Sloaney. Get back out. Yeah, Front loves doing that. The right front. We saw him and we've seen him a bit earlier this season playing on his main team. Just loves to just fly in these Uber charges. And, sometimes without Uber charge as well. Just go in alone and. Oh, this time it's going to be trading out on the midpoint and it's a bit of an overextension. Something tells me I don't think that the red team there were aware of the fact that Uber charge could be coming up in the opposite direction as they pushed in there. They were all kind of low, all kind of clumped up, maybe just expecting to roll through, but they're in fact the ones who are going to be getting chased down. But Spook taken out low late in this fight. Shadow Dude able to get back. What on earth is this fight going on in the air just outside Choke? And
this is definitely a game that's happening.
What?
I'll tell you what.
Well, everyone's weak on the red side. They've got the medic up just about now. Sloaney's just going to feed straight onto the last. Going to try and go for the point. Is he going to cap it away? Under 6 red noses, able to walk straight onto the point.
Maybe don't all go into resub at the same time.
Yeah, just one scout is able to run in.
Oh, map point all of a sudden. And it feels really close too, which is the weirdest part about it. But
Yeah,
whenever Chunky Kong does make a mistake, it's just unrecoverable.
Yeah, like they've had some pretty rough ones, and Local has gone very aggressive, maybe making another mistake on this mid, maybe taken down so early, and they're going to get a bit of damage back the other way, but not much at all. They really need to be getting onto Spook, who's actually just sat all the way back in Choke. Just
W is just venting the entire mid-fight.
How sus.
Just sitting in a vent the entire fight, just waits for it to end in for an arrow.
They've got Limber lurking around.
Oh, what the fuck just happened? Hello.
What?
Why did 3 people just die?
They might be losing more as well. There's rockets and Spook on the point. He just ducks away behind the Spire, down so weak. Crit's there to help, but there's actually Shadow losing behind as well. Crit is back in. Oh my word. Spook just about able to get out alive. But meanwhile, Local has gone down because W is just bombing onto last. So just reasonable things occurring.
Wait, he can win this. That was surprisingly
cap time,
close.
though, right? Like the cap time, it's only a level 1 gun. If the spawners were slightly faster, maybe there was a will, but they could just push this in dry. But they do have Uber charge now, and they're probably going to be wanting to going fairly quick so they can make use of that remaining cap time. Gun going to be taken down before the Uber charge even has to come in. Maybe a miscommunication running slowly in before the Uber, but it doesn't matter. A drop comes through and the round ends. Just drop them out on the push and just everyone. Yeah. Round over. Nothing to see here.
Alright,
I
well,
want
that was
to
a surprisingly quick game.
give a big shout out to these teams for actually learning about STV delay and keeping it on. Good job, guys. You are actually better than Prem teams in this
That's crazy.
situation.
Definitely better than Div 1 teams.
I guess like Prem teams just get yelled at massively if they were to
Yeah.
do that. I already yelled at them yesterday for not having the right names. Like, yeah, it was disappointing. I wonder if any of like Romkov get annoyed whenever I cast them because it doesn't show the hot dogs on my HUD for TFTV.
Maybe you should put a hot dog in their fucking team name if they care so much.
No, I mean like in their names.
Like,
Oh yeah, I know what you mean, but still.
Yeah.
We're gonna get like wheelchair from last season where like the team name is an emoji.
Yeah. 3.5 stars are like the worst for this, I guess, this season. Because it's just annoying to type their name.
Oh yeah, which is why you just call them the French.
The French. But what if they're against the French?
And that team is for fans.
Well, at the moment, I am kind of being flashbanged. Should we show some logs or?
Yeah, we can. How many drops in total were there? Because I couldn't actually tell if that drop in the last push happened before the cap or like if it was a rocket that was fired before the cap
was
that like,
after.
actually landed after the cap. Yeah, just
Yeah, we're 6 drops this game. I can confidently tell you. Why have my logs not worked? I'm very upset about this.
My logs is lagging. Site.
That
So-
would be it.
Everyone's finishing map 1 of their 20 games.
That's not true at all. This game ended like 10 minutes early.
Well, I guess true, because the 20 games really start at like
10 past at least.
10
Yeah.
past a quarter past. Yeah, true. They don't really finish for the 10 minutes.
Also, there is no 8 o'clock games tonight other than this. Actually, there is one
well, the
single
scrims,
one.
right?
There's one other
Oh,
game,
there we go.
Yeah, I've loaded it as well.
which is Portugal against Bad. Which I'm not expecting that to be close, but I don't know.
344 damage on W is pretty insane.
Guess I can check what's happening if they already have finished my one. They might not have, though.
Okay, so I think this. I've been looking at player profiles because I was just like trying to work out. Yeah, you're right. It is French W, who
Okay,
is, I believe, murking.
That makes sense, yeah. Because I
Front-
remember the guy has played low before.
Yeah, Front has played part of this season on generic Gamers 6, but then left that team a few days ago, but like hasn't joined this team yet. So I think they might be murking as well. So it could well be double murk.
Well, how does XP
Because
rule
it's
work
like-
again? You can roster low players in open team after the season starts, right? But only the one.
Honestly, I've got no idea.
I think it's exactly the one and nothing else.
Yeah, 'cause
Hence,
there's like
hence me saying everybody gets one for how experience rule works.
Yeah, and then there's all the complicated rules about like roster hijacking and stuff, right? Where it's like you can't have like 3 people playing joined after provisional tiers and all this stuff. It's complicated.
Only one merc in grants now as well. Thank you, Arctic Foxes, for that one.
Is that the one where they had LA, Tiger, and someone else?
That's why their team stopped being Germans for grand finals, exactly.
That was a good grand final. Was that the one where they was it Tiger coast to coasted Raymond on Sniper?
Maybe.
Oh yeah, the one with yeah. There's like spawn camps.
Well,
Every single photo. Well, there's no.
Oh
messing,
my
is there?
god!
There's no messing about at all as we fly straight into map number 2. See if we can have redemption. Donkey Kong, or if the unofficially British with their French merc.
I think
Otherwise
it's
I get a stern talking to from Ramad. Okay, let's get right into it. There we go.
Rogie not really seeing anything here.
Dottie's
Just
flying in.
shooting all of the ground in front of
massive
him.
Limber's gone absolutely huge, jumping in, getting 2 kills, and jumping all the way back out again, and going to help them get into this 2v2 situation, but there's no space at all for the 2 surviving players over on Donkey Kong. Going to be forced to back out, but with medics being traded, slight spawn advantage on local. They're going to be able to hold second, get themselves back out, as long as W doesn't end up doing something too funny here from the concrete.
You say slight advantage, but oh, never mind. I guess it is. Both teams deciding not
It could
to
have been
heal.
more. Well, W's in though, so that could happen.
Why was Spook on Sniper? Oh, because we don't have a spawn bite, of course.
Oh, I don't have
Silly for me to assume otherwise.
one. Just spawn pyro and then spawn medic again. It's easy.
Well, he said it should have been a slight advantage, but the advantage has crept up to 40%.
Yeah,
How does
Spook
that
was on Sniper for a second.
Spook, yeah, was having a bit of a moment, and you'd have to assume that Chunky Kong aren't aware of this possibility and probably won't just like
Definitely not.
go monkey brain straight into enemy team. Well, you know their name, but
The British. You can never sort of underestimate the British's ability to invade, so surely they'll be looking
Because
at
there's so
second.
many Brits on this team, between a French mark and a Polish scout at the very least.
It's just like actual England. That's why it's wonderful. as an Englishman gets murdered.
Just like Britain.
It really is.
Well, yep, single sack
W
time.
doing very funny things at the moment. It's a nice rocket on the demo.
I think he missed the soldier once as well and was trying to hit the same guy twice. And gets rewarded for it.
Yeah, Limber going to go in for a counter sack, but it's now actually demo down in a temporary 5v4. So once Dottie's in, this could be a cue to go in, and it looks like go in they will, straight in through the valley, taking as much space as they can. Big push coming in from Sloaney, able to get onto the medic, get the force out as well, and somehow he's going to stay alive for a little bit longer, taken out eventually by Cheers, who's going to be forced all the way back out. Much better Ubercharge coming in for the unofficially British side, but not able to capitalise on it too well. W's just in lobby, going absolutely ham, trying to chase away even further, but it's going to be said to be well, actually, it was a success until these pipes come out from Shadow. Wow. And the two flanking players and help them stabilise, but they're still going in. Gotta be so careful. Spook's getting flanked behind as well. Shadow's going in for even more. Gonna get a 4K on this last hold, and never mind. Unofficially British. Utterly collapse.
Just like the British.
I don't know what happened. The demo like flanking behind in lobby. Like I don't know how they lost 2 players in lobby, and then stayed in lobby.
Yeah, that was a
holding,
bit of a lapse in
the
judgment.
top right.
Oh, soldiers jumping in at the moment. One of them's going to be immediately killed, but they get the kill onto the medic. So this is all coming out tops for the British. All they have to do is keep their medic alive, stay attached to the beam, and so
nice
far
directs.
going pretty good in that case.
This is exactly what I was mentioning when I said about it's all well and good having a big ad, but if you don't have Ruby, you still have to be kind of careful because they're walking in on like 80% going through the chokes, and they're just caught in like a really weird, like open, messy fight on mid where local is up to like 90% and goes down because you can't force, like you physically don't have the overcharge, and this is going to put them in a really rough position where Spook's going to be getting in about another 3 or 4 seconds and really wanting to use in, and with a player advantage, it could be good. Fronts walking in, expecting it to be used, but gets dropped in the Uber as the scout of crits is coming in, but there's no one to deal with the gun, and losing that demo man could be crucial. But Brit's able to come in and somehow make it work regardless, possibly. There's only 2 soldiers left alive. I think one of those is a respawner as well, so they're going to have to back out as both meds go down. If they're able to hold second, you can maybe have a go at another push once medics are back alive, but really bottled opportunity there, you've got to say, for the British.
A very minor complaint. I hate it when people like walk away from people that could still be shooting them with escape plan out back turned instead of pressing S to run away. Like,
Yeah,
please look
dodge, yeah.
at if they're shooting you still.
I am very guilty of this. Yeah, demo going down means that the British kind of are slow to get anywhere.
But
Kind
this
of
is
just
open
stay
law
on the
ram it.
left side.
Exactly because this is open, we have to point these things out. Otherwise they will end up like you.
We're not
I mean, we don't want
laughing
that.
at them, we're helping them improve.
Yeah, I feel like Front was just in for so long as well on like below 50 HP, who's like probably screaming at the medic to use. Because Spook had, like, absolutely no question about it. It wasn't like they hadn't built quick enough. Oh, that was a rather sad single sack. I like this gun spot. This is one that I use personally. I like the front right side of the point. It covers dungeon and the right side. I really like it, and it's completely covered from spam from the other side.
I don't know who it was. I saw on Twitch chat the other day. There was like people debating during a Prem game if people still do the left side gun with the pyro and shit like this, if it's still the best and all that. And you still see it sometimes in Prem as well, but like not all the time.
Yeah, you see it sometimes, right? Like you mean the gun like on the top of the stairs, where like where the med's stood now? Yeah, up there. Okay.
Well, we're using.
Oh, this is a rough Uber charge. This is really rough. Walking their way in, Shears now has crits, but they're going to be able to cap out the point potentially. Oh, the deny comes in just about in time. Nice user cross by Chunky Kong, able to now start charging in, trying to finish off all these kills. Only 1 player left alive, and that is W.
There's a lot of time on point at the moment.
W
If you
backup.
can win this
W's
1v1.
in, yeah. he's in.
Easiest backup of my life.
Yeah, 1 player left to think about, and that's the 1 player who is able to sneak in behind and finish off the round.
I mean, why would you check under? No one's going to be there ever, right?
Especially not like the Roma, who has been behind like for 3/4 of these games so far on both maps. It was like,
I wonder if you can technically count it as a strategy in things like open and low to just kind of go for a trade and see if the other team does something silly and try and play off
What do you
that.
mean in open? That's literally what AMS's teams have been doing for decades.
You raise a good point, as Spook is going to instantly die.
and so is a lot of other players on the University of the British side. I'm going to send in the last attempt at a sack from front, who's able to hit one pipe onto local, who is still dancing around with rockets everywhere. Not going to work out unless Dottie's able to land his last shot. Gets the second! Low HP on top of Tetris, clutches it out. Dottie, I thought there was no chance at all, but lands 2 really nice shots. Finish off. You could possibly argue that he shouldn't have been allowed to get the 2 shots off, but does it anyway and makes it count.
Also argue that Sloaney should have definitely killed that medic there.
Oh yeah, for sure, with the scatting, yeah, absolutely.
Ooh, front very lucky at the moment. Just watched him trying to phase through existence.
130 ping is not fun on Demoman. Not fun in any class, but especially not fun on Demoman.
It's like manageable if you're just sitting back and not leading the charge, but given how the man has been playing so far, that's not really what we're doing.
Yeah, that's just not his blood. He's always a very aggressive kind of player.
Well, if you want to be able to consistently sustain that as a demo main, you either A, have to have the sickest DM ever, and a team that doesn't care what you're doing, or B, because the former is very unlikely, or B, you just need to become a main caller and then you just play monkey brain.
Yeah, you just play off damage the whole time.
Be Joan, I guess.
You forget condition C, which is have a medic that doesn't drop you an Ubers, and that does not seem to be happening at the moment. Not saying it's Spook's fault, but this demo man does seem to be dying quite a bit.
Yeah, well, speaking of people being dropped in Ubers, a lot of players were dropped by local before this Uber charge gets used off. Finally, onto the point, and it is used off, but they're only going to get one kill.
Gets a pain
for
train
it.
out.
They've only got 1 kill for it, and Spook's going to be having a relatively good advantage. It's just what Sully's just in, okay. Attacking players, and they could have just sat and built. They could have just sit in lobby, build, and then push in when they have ad. But they're now just feeding players in, fronts in as well, charging in, trying to get the damage onto Shadow Dude. They won't land anything, and they lose everyone apart from just Dottie and Spook. And they might be losing even more as well as Pro Fortnite Gamer, or should I say Fortnite Pro Gamer XX is.
Yeah, he's a pro. He's not just a gamer. This is a very important distinction.
Yeah, or a 5K. Yeah, Pro Gamer I think is an accurate title.
He's got his sunglasses on. It looks absolutely badass. I'm not sure which Fortnite skin this is for Scout, but it seems to be working for him.
Lewis Hamilton skin.
Lewis Hamilton.
I mean, anyone's in Fortnite these days, so just pick a person with sunglasses that ever existed.
He's gonna get another one as Med just dies.
That's okay. The first time I was like, fair enough. It's kind of they've got caught out and there's been people beefing and such. But that's the second time that the medic's been caught in Death Corner, and it's the second time that W has gone for a potentially round-winning back cap, going in on to last now. Is he going to make it in time before the spawners come in? It doesn't look like it.
It's just medic.
Oh, it's just medic. It's just medic spawning. It's just medic. He's not going to make it.
Without Pain Train, this wouldn't have worked. The Scout would have made it. With Pain Train, however, it's never been easier.
Well, especially the second cap couldn't do without Pain Train either. This is a high stock so far in the Pain Train. Pain Train to the moon.
High stocks on Pain Train, low stocks on Uber.
Yeah, and low stocks on medics dying in Death Corner.
Ooh, Rogi is so fast on this rollout. He gets all the way there before anybody, but at the moment maybe a bit too fast for his own good. His team just not existing for quite a while.
To quote him in chat, "Uck."
That definitely is an uck moment as W onto local can't quite get it.
They are trying to get their medic out, and if they're able to get Spook out, it could be rather valuable for them. But the rest of this attacking side going to charge and try and make that not the case. And Spook's not close to the shutter, having to go down into dungeon, but are getting chased down by absolutely everyone. He's going to be taken down. That's the dangers of not playing far enough back when you're at big player disadvantage.
You've got to sit back thoughts as a medic in that situation or balcony? As it's
Yeah.
Okay, surely you can't beef this now, right? There's no way they could possibly not win the round now.
Yeah, it's only a level 1 gun. There's still a couple of spawners to come in. It's full advantage. All the cards playing in the side of Chunky Kong as they use the Ubercharge. Going to catch W as well. Going to catch the gun. Nice Ubercharge so far, forcing these rotations through spawn. Cap time coming through eventually. There's crits using those, well, not crits, I guess, because it's just a stock shotgun. But trying to do something with the shotgun. But apparently, they don't manage to make it work. They just collapse onto the point. And, yeah.
But there's no way they can beat this.
To be honest, Medic and Demo Man did everything perfectly. The rest of the team kind of crumbled.
Yeah, the Uber looked great, right? Like, the Uber coming in, like, gets a kill, gets the gun, makes so much space, just completely locks down that right-hand side, and then, yeah, they lose everyone else. Maybe Bloodlust set in, decided to run and do some feeding.
What to, though? There was nothing to feed into.
Yeah, I genuinely, like, I have no good idea of how they lost that. I was watching the Medic and Demo, and I'm like, this is going great.
They've been starving in a McDonald's or something like that. Like, all the food is in front of them, and they've just decided, no, don't want it.
Food is a strong word when talking about McDonald's.
Yeah, but speaking of throwing things away, they might be throwing away the round and getting completely coast to coasted as the Uber charge is already in onto the last point. Someone's going to block, but they're not going to be able to.
I don't know, they banked it on like a weird 2-soldier behind play there on mid as well.
Yeah, it's rough. Go from full ad at one end, beefing the push, and a minute later they're already getting rushed on the other side, and it's 3-0.
What's your favourite thing to order from McDonald's, Dum Tum?
Just the ice cream, I guess. I don't know.
And McDonald's is pretty awful, I'm not going to lie. Although there was a funny story if I was at a...
I guess chicken nuggets.
Yeah, I was at a...
We're not counting the ice cream.
Go on, tell us your story.
Funny story after the mid-fight. We'll watch the rest of this mid-fight. We're getting charged out locals in a bit of trouble behind from W, who is not quite able to land the rockets. Going to go for a second attempt bombing in on low HP. Going to land it at the second time of asking. And Front and Spook all the way back. Has Spook learned the lesson, though, from last time? Going to be, yep, sat all the way back. Not going to have a repeat of previous. But yes, the funny story while they come through. A second. I was at a chess tournament in Blackpool, and we come out of the tournament at like 10 at night, and Blackpool is dead because it is just awful. It's just worst town in Britain. Everything's shut and everything apart from McDonald's, and I was absolutely starving, and I just like ate a load of burgers from McDonald's because it was the only thing that was open.
Yeah.
It's the only time I ever go to McDonald's. There was literally nothing else open. Like even like the kebab shops weren't open. So it was bad.
Yeah, exactly. Why would I go to McDonald's ever when I can just get to a kebab store, you know?
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. The only reason I was like I ever went there is because literally everything else was shut because like Blackpool is just a wasteland. It's like what you think Britain is, but like worse.
I don't think that's possible in my imagination. As someone who has been to Birmingham.
Oh yeah, Birmingham is also pretty bad. I'm not gonna lie.
Have you got Burgermeisters where you live, Dum Tum? I think
no.
they're called. Oh. Don't you live in Germany?
I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Oh. It's a burger chain. They're really
figured.
good. Yeah, yeah. Disappointed.
Yeah,
I had a nice burger and a hamburger, I guess, when LAN happened. I just took like, I think it was this Saturday. I just figured, okay, well, I'm gonna be at the venue all day afterwards, but let me just spend the most afternoon at fucking in the city and just chill and not worry at all. I missed like the first 3 rounds of gaming, but I had a really good burger.
What type of burger was it?
I don't know, just a burger. Pretty straightforward burger, I guess.
Very
I don't know.
memorable burger.
Well, it was really good. In like just somewhat the middle of the city, I guess.
Took a bite out of it and went, this is a burger. There was beef, there was buns.
I am truly in Hamburg now.
Condiments
But no, it was
existed.
nice. It was like a small like passage, like by one of the malls in the city somewhere. I had like a bunch of shops in it.
Back it actually almost back cups as well. in the middle of the Uber now with full dead sound. It
Oh,
looks like it's round
God.
over. Honestly, like as you were saying at the burger, like it's probably for the better that I wasn't trying to talk what was happening in the game because I'm not sure anyone would have understood.
No,
'Cause
it's 4-0. This is where you talk about
surely-
burgers.
I surely did not understand what was going on. There was Ubers being exchanged everywhere, people flying around behind. So yeah, I'm perfectly happy to sit and talk about burgers.
I think Kong were also thinking about burgers as well.
Yeah, possibly.
Burger. Well, if I'm not getting like kebab burgers as fast food, it's just like sausage, I guess, otherwise.
Kebab is just the
Good
best, though,
old
right? Like,
German bratwurst, you know?
Ah, that's really good. Like, sausages in England, so bad.
no, like not always.
Compared to German sausages, like, I went to Germany, had some sausage, and I was just like, holy...
Yeah, but like, I don't know, the stuff you get from like the chippy, like.
Oh, I
good.
also had a really good one in Hamburg too,
Yeah, the battered sausage is decent.
which was great. And I have 2 good jobs for that in the city as well, so... Like 5 million kebab stores as well if I ever want to go anywhere. I'm sad, you know? I don't need to go to McDonald's, why would I?
Yeah, exactly.
I have good food instead, that's still
Yeah,
not
unless,
really
unless
much more
the
expensive.
world ends and it's the only good.
The only reason to go to McDonald's if you come back from the movies and everything closed, I guess.
Yeah, or for a chess tournament.
Night out sometimes.
Very relatable experience, yeah.
Still, you just and they get got in for the air shot. Good effort. Good effort. We respect those. Not going to go on the frag move if you don't land it though.
Got some interesting hats on the blue team. We've got a Christmas tree, we've got a bell, we've got.
You know
some
what I'd
sort of
rather do
wreath.
than go to McDonald's? Go to literally a supermarket and just buy like a sausage roll from the bakery section.
Oh yeah, they're pretty good. There's like even like the sweet stuff in the bakery stuff. Like you get like
Yeah.
or chocolates or like a cinnamon roll or something.
Donuts as well.
Yeah, the donuts. Yeah.
Who would win, a McDonald's burger or a Rustler's burger?
What burger?
A Rustler's burger. You know
A
the
Rustler's burger.
supermarket ones that you put in the microwave.
Oh yes, I do know those. Yeah. I've never had one. But
They're like cement. It's like meat in quotation marks.
Well, that's food built to last, you know. Not to say that's necessarily a tasty thing, but it's probably what they're aiming for.
It's in plastic.
Oh yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. Like it still sits there for a while, so it has to be built to last. McDonald's burgers are supposed to be shoveled out quick, so different aim, I guess.
What I'm
moment-
noticing is there's not much on last. If anyone goes through and tries a back cap, it is free.
Oh, there you go.
And it seems that which might be getting granted, but Ubercharge getting forced out. It's actually
Pain
going to
Train would
bring
want that.
everyone back. Absolutely, yeah, that's it. Pain Train on front would have been a game changer, but not to be. The rest of the team is still not really, and W might just be going to cap anyway, hiding up on the pipe.
Okay, they found
If
him.
he caps, this is unreal.
No,
This is no,
no,
oh my
please.
god.
Not like this.
Whose turn is it to cap now? Is it Crits? No, he's
Watch
only
this
on
game
one.
last 9 more minutes somehow.
Well, I guess we're not in any rush. There's a bit of a wait before the Div 2 team proclaimed 21-15 start for
There was another game. I don't know if that like
next
finished by
match.
now. Actually,
Oh,
let me check.
there was a 2015 game, right?
Yeah,
There was.
and check
There
real
was
quick.
another open game. Yeah.
I don't know if it will be close, but we can find out real quick.
La Parodia versus Bat Inc. Portugal versus Bat People.
Can you at least pretend to pronounce this slightly Portuguese?
That was not a bad effort. Okay, it was pretty bad, but like, I turned down the Yorkshire like a little bit.
Okay, well, ooh, then a golden cap right now for map 1 actually. So we'll have something
Okay,
to
might
watch
catch,
once
yeah,
it ends.
might catch Map 2, yeah. Okay.
It was free for regular map.
Oh, okay, we picked the wrong game basically, I think, from what I can tell.
Oh, yeah, I started later, so get fucked, idiot.
And W's pain training again, like, surely they will learn one day. He's gonna get a cap
Shadow
as
doesn't
well.
even jump him, he just runs behind him, so he can't go to last.
That's when you know you've seen too much.
Hit some of the Omayamu Moshindalu.
Yeah, sure. This game just ends like now, right? Using in crits on last. Gonna be
Sorry, you
taken down
can't proclaim
and
weep when I'm playing rhythm games and then make anime references on cast.
Yes, I can.
I don't care that it's literally the least anime out there, I guess.
I haven't even watched it. Don't even know which anime it is. Is it
I
One
was just
Piece?
said Dios, that's not the fucking
No
name
way,
of
no
the
way.
show.
The Medwins. There's the Medwins. There's Spook wins out. Maybe.
Wait, is that
the pro-
JoJo's?
It is JoJo's, yeah.
The pro gamer status needs to be revoked because
I almost called it Dios
XX
Bizarre Adventure, which I guess might as well be true.
Fortnite pro gamer just lost the 1v1 to the medic, both on full HP.
That's
No,
depressing.
they still die anyway!
Oh, is this?
I've
the
told you, this
heavy
game will still
last-
last 9 minutes somehow.
Surely they have to just win.
A question to fill time. Is Ramed still here?
Probably. Well, that's
Okay.
you play the game? I don't think so.
Oh, what are Ramed's thoughts on these games? Like, what does his team need to do better?
I'm pretty sure it is just currently thoughts and prayers.
Wait, did we remove the push-ups for casters reward?
I removed it the other day and then forgot to put it back on.
Disappointing.
How do I get into? Oh, I need to log in your Twitch again. One sec. Because nothing's happening in the game. I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna log in on your account. You're gonna probably need to give me the password thing from your phone.
Oh, the next time I have the points for it, I'm gonna unlock remove word and choose the word is.
Is oh no. That could be rough.
Can you add something which is like push-up for guest caster?
I have my camera on, so I don't have to do anything to prove this.
I meant for warped.
Oh, that's even funny, actually.
Oh, Potato has removed that word for us.
I do think we should probably have like I think. We
Can I also remove the word R right now, so you guys can just not refer to anything?
You would
There's a
have to go
5-minute
to
timer.
our stream.
There's a 5-minute timer on it. Yeah, I need your code. Your phone.
Let me
Don't,
send you.
just don't read it out on stream.
I'm not dumb. I have brain cells.
Who needs
I
those?
wouldn't be taking that if I were you.
I don't need brain cells, they're overrated. What do you think I have this name?
This game is actually.
It's
See,
It's been
I-
very funny recently. I talked to some people like online, and like this is still my username everywhere, so it's like same name everywhere. And it's like I'm just so confused. Like, what the fuck do I call you with this name? I've just got so used to it that everyone just accepts that my name is dumb, and people call me that. Like, I'm okay with that. Everyone else has just accepted it. It's like normal for everyone here in this game. But there's just random people elsewhere that are just like, what the fuck? Just shocked by the idea that someone could have a name that like literally makes himself call stupid.
One of my friends got very confused when a caster introduced himself at LAN by just shaking his hand and going, bum.
But I mean, to be fair, that is his last name.
Last name is
What-
Bum?
Well, his
Oh.
last name is Bumfrey,
Yeah.
which is why it was Bumfries before.
I see.
And then he just shortened it, because who cares about the rest?
We have visitor.
There we go.
Visitor might need. Visitor
Unleashed him.
might need unsuppressing.
I've been unleashed. Dumtum here too to help.
I will be watching the one later.
Not as cool, is it?
No, I want to watch good teams.
Rogi versus the world with a medic. Can he capture the point?
Yeah,
Gets
this is
a nice pipe
100%.
onto their medic. Now he just has to survive.
I was like vaguely joking about the fact this game is going to take 9 more minutes, but I'm glad it's proven correct.
Yeah, but they brought out.
There
like,
it is. W just jumped.
Honestly, it did feel for a moment like they were trying to drag this game out because did you see that that the unofficial English team brought out an engineer on attack, like sat outside the other team's last. They just bring up an NG. just like for a moment. And it's like, yeah, I kind of get it if you're like one round up and you want to just like turtle, but I don't know. At this time, it's,
Game 2.
Well, game 1.5 right now, coming up first.
Warped, I'm being asked to pass on a message to you from chat. Ask Warped, how was the S mix versus Pint?
Is tilting. I didn't realize you were streaming right now. I'm sorry if I said anything too weird.
It's
It's
fine.
fine.
Oh,
worry.
no.
You were suppressed for like a little bit at the time.
I did yow before, yeah.
That was good.
I was
appreciate
yowling
that.
as I arrived and then realized I was muted. Right, let me get in.
He just yowls to himself in his free time.
The S mix was, yeah, we had some like low players. We had me absolutely tilting trying to main call it. It was oh yeah, I'm very tilted for this cast. You're
Main
gonna hear me
calling on
very
what
angry.
class?
I was on Pocket Scout,
Okay.
and I will get diffed by those scouts because they actually like play Scout. They're good.
Okay, apparently Ramad and team are debating how many slurs they want to say right now. So they're doing well over there.
I'm glad to hear.
Let me get the stream up on the other monitor.
Okay, map 1 was 1-0 to not Portugal in this game.
How the heck do I get onto the channel points?
Just
Here
setting
we
up
go.
for
Right, I found
next
it.
game.
I found it. Here we are. Right, we can enable push-ups again.
Wonderful.
Well, I have the other open game up in the meantime. Probably can't control it, but at least we can see what's happening here.
There we go.
Hey.
Node has been.
Oh, I joined this game, immediately there's a spawn of it. You'll love to see it.
I can see what Potato just redeemed. I literally can't.
Oh no.
Oh no.
What's happened? You okay?
What for the? I cannot do push-ups. I have some of the worst chest DOMs like in existence.
Not
It's-
even half push-ups.
Yeah, I could do them from my knees, but yeah, not count.
Damn.
That's very sad.
Yeah. But I've joined the Dum Tum Connect.
Yes, this is a different open game that from the one we even just watched to begin with. But that one already ended earlier, so this is now Portugal against people, I guess.
Oh, not people.
Oh, Batting. Yeah, they played against 144 men's earlier this season, right? We casted it. Or at least I casted it.
I haven't seen the Portuguese team all the season yet as well. They were like undefeated for the first 3 weeks, and they lost a close game with Poland or something. So they're doing decent. Alternatively, they're also boomers, I think.
We can put this on stream, I guess. Watch until connects appear.
Oh yeah.
Apparently we can't because my TF2 decided it wanted to die.
Oh, mine died as well.
That happens
Good time.
sometimes.
Sabotaged.
First.
Anyway, Pint, they have been playing video games. They've been having a season in Div 2, haven't they?
That's one way to describe what happened last week.
They've not had the best of seasons.
But they got a point of the demo night, so...
Yeah. They can still get into
map, yeah.
playoffs.
Oh.
It's kind of insane that you have 3 teams on 20 points in Div 2A. And the next team has 6.
Wait, what?
Well, that's what happens when teams die, I guess, right?
Only 1 team has died. The other 4
Oh yeah, that's
are
6
alive.
points removed from, like, a lot of teams.
Understandable.
Yeah, this is a big game in terms of like who's going to potentially get that 4th place there, right? Because like you say,
Yeah.
there's 3 teams that are flying away with it, but then of the other 4 teams, like all of them are they're in the running for that 4th spot and a bit of a 12-pointer.
I'm going to look up the standings because I have absolutely no idea of any of this.
I mean, you're playing Prem. You don't have to look at standings. Everyone's right next to each other.
we're all the same basically. So Div2A
is very funny.
Wow, yeah. 24, 22, 21, and then 6.
Okay, well, again, you have to realize Open to Prem died, having given 6 points to Pint and Aware before they died, and then those are removed now.
Oh, okay.
And I guess they died in the week that they would have played IKEA as well.
That STV I've sent is going to be the one for the Pint game.
Okay, thank you.
So, like, theoretically, if Open to Prem was still alive right now, but just continue to lose everything, IKEA would be at 11, Pint would be at 11, and Aware would actually be in first right now.
Okay. So who are Pint facing today? I should have checked this out. Unknown quantities.
Unknown quantities.
Have a look. I recognize Gilga and Wanda. I have no insider information on this team, I'm afraid. Not done my research.
My insider information is that they're not bad, but just not as good as the others. Like, it looks competitive for a couple of minutes each game against the better teams, and they play 2 of them.
Okay.
And then, like, midway through the game, it just stopped being close and they get rolled. It's one of those situations, but for all the games against the good teams.
Pint have had
the
some
talent is there.
closer games.
So going into this, then Pint are gonna be the favorites?
Probably.
Okay.
But I think unlike the other games for unknown quantities, this one's the one where they really could still make a move. And really
Potential
have
to
as
be
well.
the closest, I see.
Oh, this is Guz and Broccoli's team. I didn't realise.
That took you like 5 minutes.
You know, I've only just got in. Like, my game crashed, and then I had like some horrendous like black screen errors, and I got sent the STV for the Pint game, and I was trying to sort channel points out. So I've literally only just got in.
Just watching Andy
Yep, for a
Dude
second.
at the moment fly through the map, checking out all of the wall bugs. I guess we can show some, as Ben has disappeared.
Sect Override. Let's try that. Do I have to wait for everyone to be in the server, or?
No?
Oh, okay. I've never used that before.
Yeah, you can do nickname overrides at any point.
Ooh.
You can even have fake names in there and just lie to the audience.
Oh.
Something I definitely have never done.
Yeah, I
Oh,
was
demo
about to
names.
say, yeah.
Oh, we did that with the lander last week, or early this week, I guess.
Yeah, we've got all of quantities in here, and then just 2 gaming. So.
Did we watch Unofficially British versus Kong before? Yes,
Yep,
we
we did.
It was
We
good.
watched-
Was it?
And it was good until it kind of wasn't towards the end. But,
Yeah.
like, it
It
was
was good for a little while.
like a map and a half of good.
Were you on either of the teams, Puppy? Not amazing with names. Was Puppy on one of the teams? Or
Well, not under that name, but potentially using a different name.
oh, W. Okay.
Ah, yes.
The
Yeah,
sneaky
you
back
farmed.
capper.
Farmed.
I would also go back and clip that, to be honest. So. Can understand what I hear now.
You have many a back cap that appear on the stream to watch.
Oh yeah.
And many
There's
was
entropy.
moulding about the availability of the flank. Yeah, you see they're checking like wall bugs and stuff.
Well, Andy
Right,
Dude
yeah.
was, and now he's just kind of flirping around. It's quite fun to watch.
It's not really a wall bug, but like you know that spot outside like on like, the grass on Second. There's like the big building, but there's like a little lip at the top of the building.
Oh.
Yeah. There's
In like
this-
the little in the bush at the top. My team are calling it Vietnam, but like I'm not sure if that's like a real call out. Because you like hide in a bush. No, the other one to your left. Left of that.
this one here.
I'm watching a stream delay, so I'm not like.
Understandable.
In the corner above the red sign, right?
Yeah, up there basically.
Probably
On,
make them.
on that corner, there's like a little spot you can hide in, and I'm wondering like how good it is because it's like kind of awkward to jump back off it.
Oh no, that's a
That's
walk off.
interesting.
Oh yeah.
Because there's a spot over here for blue. There's actually 2 on one side and 1 on the other, which is...
Oh yeah, one's illegal, isn't it? Yeah,
Interesting, yeah.
one of them's fine, but like the one in the corner is like definitely legit for both sides because it isn't even a wall bug. It's literally just a ledge you can stand on. It's like a little pixel walk you can do. And yeah, like you're inside a bush, so like you're almost completely hidden.
Yeah, the bush kind of makes it a bit like potentially OP. You can hide because you've also got like that visual hiding thing. There's the nice wall bug spot on Snake Water second, which you're just in the skybox and teams can look at you, but on this one you're like camouflaged.
Well, if that ever gets changed, we know that Equal is pro deforestation. He is the reason why Brazil is losing the rainforest.
I think one of the big things about this map was it used to have quite a lot of wallbug spots, and it's been considerably tidied up, so
yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if most of them get clipped out next time map is updated, which might be end of this season, potentially. I don't know, mappers.
Yeah, and all you can do in mid now to fucking be venting is to just sit on the slope and don't fall off, I guess. Was as good as it's gonna get.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. I feel like I know obviously there were a lot of wallbugs, but I feel like that was like everyone's big worry. Like when it had come out of like there was like Prem and Div 1 like mixed cups and like the preseason cup of the season. Did everyone like that seemed like the main complaint that people had is like you can wallbug on like basically everything. So it seems to be at least to have calmed down a bit since that, which was what like a few months ago.
What if Eco just decided no, that's a feature?
Yeah.
You all should be able to wallbug.
Just adds a bunch of clipping brushes in random places.
There's no skill that you have to learn.
There's actually a new type of wall bug that you can do on at least 2 places. You do it on flat walls though, not diagonal ones. You have to like crouch into the wall as you swap A and D while holding W. The Linux bug in like jumping, and there's actually some viable spots for it in 6s. But I think anyone who's like aware of the knowledge is very much keeping it to themselves.
The way you're describing it makes it sound like you're about to like speedrun Ocarina of Time.
Go for the BA start.
Like you have to go into this very position to move then forward 2 steps, turn around half an angle.
Yeah.
So you turn on the CL show pause, get the angle to this, and then on this wall. And a Linux wall.
I know in CS, I think they like banned the CL show pause like right. I think. I feel like because like Rox was like kept using it for like smoke lineups and stuff, but like really precise. I swear it's like not allowed anymore.
Oh, I don't know,
Maybe I'm imagining something, but
It's allowed for us, but we don't have any smoke setups.
yeah, I don't know. I can't remember, but like
The break between games in TF2 is the smoke setup.
yeah, this was in CS:GO, not CS2. But like, I can't remember anyway.
Same thing.
But like, I know they've obviously changed how like smokes and stuff go.
Oh yeah, very funny by the way, speaking of random Souls games. Half-Life 1 is now getting more substantial updates in Team Fortress 2.
Oh yeah, it went like free, but not free, but free, right?
It's like, just got a real ass update that did a lot of stuff.
Game
You
from,
don't mean, like-
1997?
I remember playing it when it came out.
We get it, you're old.
I was a child and the zombies traumatized me. I was a very young child who should not have been playing that game.
Yeah, Half-Life 1 was okay. Half-Life 2's got some like genuinely quite scary bits.
Now, Half-Life 1 is genuinely, when it first came out, and
Oh,
if
yeah.
you are a small child, it was quite scary.
Oh,
I mean, you go to your
some, like-
drop and then everything blows up.
Oh,
Yeah,
the bit-
suddenly
yeah.
they turn zombies. It's scary, actually.
And there's the bit where you're going through the little pipe, and all those tiny like insect things like burst out and chase you down the pipe.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I can imagine.
It's horrifying. We're still on the server.
Can we like not try and type penis as much as we possibly can, Mickey?
I don't approve of this match. Keep posting.
Mika, go back to typing meow. Everyone knows you for that. Everyone loves you for that.
Yeah, just meow.
Continue to that. At least you're in a cat boy.
Awesome. That's awesome.
Oh, you know the problem is
that's
that you
awesome.
don't have the 7TV emote that's called penis.
There we go. That's
Have it on my
back to normal.
channel. I should have it on my channel. Oh, my 7TV is broken again. God damn it.
Wins map 1. Enter your predictions.
Yeah, you can gamble, use your points.
Ooh.
Gambling is an
many
investment,
features.
and an investment only.
Am I allowed to do this?
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course. Unless you're playing, which I'm pretty sure you're not.
Vote this. Spamming. I don't know how to do more than one, so I just keep spamming like the
You
10.
press in the box. It's in the box. You can put like a thing into
I'm
it.
I'm spamming. I'm clicking. This is cookie color gameplay right now.
Oh my god, I just see it going up in tens on the.
Yep,
on the
that's
mod
me,
view.
that's me.
Oh no.
Alright, done.
Got a lot of not entropy. I'm assuming Pint gaming predictors at the moment.
Yeah, everyone's
No,
Pint
unknown.
gaming predicting, so I'm predicting for unknown because I'm being edgy.
Yeah.
Just giving people 3 points. The imaginary currency.
Emergency.
Yeah, I've not slept too much, and it's gonna show. I will be saying stuff like that.
We will be commentating the players that do not exist.
Yep. I will get the names wrong horrendously.
Can't wait
This is
to
quite
What? You okay?
fast motion soups bombing in. Oh. Not a good start. There's Pint Gaming. Oh, they are starting to join the server.
Huge.
3 of them.
I'm making my way over to the correct connect.
Yeah.
I've been sat watching people, run around on sunshine in open.
A really nice drop in that game that I saw. Chaos though.
Absolute chaos.
Oh yeah. Okay. 2 of them have timed out, also joining the server. Coincidence?
I think Pint were having some internet problems at certain points in previous games that we've casted them.
I think it
remember
wasn't
correctly.
just their internet connection, it was the sultry game where just everyone kept disconnecting. Because I remember that Newtek disconnected 5 times, but as against Open to Prem, and the Open to Prem demo also kept disconnecting loads, and they had to get new servers and stuff, right? It was chaos. But they didn't get new server, they had multiple pauses trying to sort it out, the sultry. But I would guess that would be a server issue, not a gamer issue.
Wait, is Hugo not playing?
Yeah, Hugo, have you been Hugo kicked? Question mark?
No,
Okay.
so I can give insider information only on Pint, and what I can say is that, once Rockteacher on OTP lost, he decided not only to lose to these guys, but also kill the team. So he left the roster, killing the Uncle Sam team, so loses to them and then decides to join them. I don't quite know. That's a very powerful thing to do, and the deal was that he would join them as a sub spot on Soldier, but he would get to play one official as both of them. So instead of Hugo playing, it's now Rotterdam on this one.
Oh, Flutek's going to miss an awful later on.
And
It
then
seems like
New
very
Tech's also
normal
gonna-
and
yeah.
well-adjusted human behavior.
Yeah, it's good stuff. Am I trolling? Partially. Yeah, Rotterdam just wanted to sabotage Uncle Sam. The art of the deal, yeah.
Yeah, now he's getting a team that might make playoffs instead of definitely not. What an upgrade.
Oh yeah. I don't know. Rotich is good friends with Pull on Pint Gaming.
What the fuck are the maps tonight anyway in Devon?
I'm getting that weird water sound as well that they were on about
I
in
think
chat.
it's just entropy. Oh, we've got some dancing. Watch out for new tech. Don't fall down some stairs repeatedly 5 times. And you might be safe.
Can't do that. Impossible.
I think there's a water effect on second under the point, and for whatever reason, like the spectator with the STV camera is just starts near there or something.
That Gully Wash
Oh, is
has,
that a
or not
pipe?
Gully
Yeah,
Wash,
Gully
some other
Wash.
map has something like that as well, where like there's a
Yeah.
sound effect. It's some snake water. A snake water, like saw blade sound effect on STV is just
Oh,
like
yeah.
attached to some random place on second. Like
You
in the
get the
middle of
grinding
nowhere.
sound, don't
yeah,
you?
it just flies around on second somewhere. In the sky. Like slightly above like the second point or something.
Ooh.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You're on
And
camera.
it's just really loud.
There's a hidden frog sound effect I've just found. If you fly onto second, like on the ground, there's a little.
Where the frog is.
Yeah, and if you go near the frog is croaking.
Oh my god, it is.
Yeah,
My favourite
I've
map.
never heard that before. It's actually making sounds. That's pretty cool.
When Witness said they wanted to learn things in the season from TF2, having a frog do some robbiting was too much for them, so they had to leave the season.
Yep, that's that's the decline of ETF2L as we know it.
We should have them back for Poland, one can hope.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. They're playing Poland. I'll be playing Poland. Lots of teams. There's potentially going to be some interesting players turning up to Poland.
People
that
saw land,
you wouldn't
not
expect.
the word Birmingham next to it, and suddenly Awuga.
It's the fact, like, for me to get to Poland, it is like genuinely cheaper than to get to Birmingham.
Yep, it's actually true.
Like the most expensive part of like the trip there for me will probably be like my trains to and from the airport, like on the Britain side. Like unironically, like.
I gotta see. I think Otto lives like very close to me. I'll see if he wants a lift. I'll probably end up driving to Stansted or something.
But then you get lost with autos, sabotage him.
Oh yeah, I could do. Make sure he doesn't turn up. But then I don't turn up, and it's gonna be
That's the
This
sacrifice you
is
have to
the
take.
LAN. This is the LAN. So much hype for it.
You gotta take one for your team. That's the soul of my life. You take down the medic with you.
Sacking,
I'm
sack one
sacking
for
for
one.
Otto. Oh, we're going live.
Are we
Alright,
okay? Wow.
We are definitely going live.
Come.
Thank you. Dum-dum.
Goodbye, come Tom.
Imagine something about hello to Entropy. And the Week 5 Div 2 game, like we said, Pint Gaming against Unknown Quantities. Both teams vying for that final 4th spot. The first 3 spots in playoffs are probably already dealt with already, but these two both in the contention for that final spot. Playing on a rather unconventional map, but playing it rather conventionally so to start with. Just sitting, poking and prodding. But Roach is the first to fly in with music as well. Double bomb coming and landing a lot of damage over onto the combo, taking out Gilga. Dasteron very weak as well, and it looks like with Roach getting caught out as well, they're going to try and back out. But Spyro's been taken down here in Toxic as it's getting awkward. Birchie needs to be staying alive if he really can. Zim's alive for a rather uncomfortably long amount of time. Birchie able to just about get out on low HP and gonna survive to fight another day, but in very, very sketchy circumstances.
Lovely mid there from Soki. He absolutely soaked them up. And they were all going for Birchie then. So now they're looking to re-push mid with Ubrad. He spots the sticks. They get... Okay. The stick's dead. They're just walking it in for free right side. Maybe looking to take the Uber in, but definitely trying to get the mid for free. But it's Entropy, so of course we have a 3-man back cap going on right now. But it looks like Pint Gaming are managing to stack the midpoint to deny that. And now, Quantities just have 2 players behind. Does Pint continue to just roll this forwards into second?
They still have Soldier Scout, right? And they can threaten a backup on mid, and the Uber charge did get forced out of Birchie, so it's not all fun and games for Pint currently. It looks like the flanking players, rather than going for the backup, are going to come and try and contest. But Pint deal with it so far. Never mind, not going to deal with it anymore. Slow motion milk bombing in with a massive, massive flare into the point. More damage coming to Andrew, doing his very, very best to wrap it through. No, he's running through. Thought they were going to last, but the Sporers came in. But yeah, like you said, slow motion milk salvaging there in an otherwise dire scenario.
Wow, that was an absolute, like, yeah, that was a big salvage from Slow Motion Milk there. Absolutely huge. They lost that round there, but he managed to just, like, beautiful bomb. As, yeah.
It's so scary when you have your team like disconnected, like half of them behind, half of them in front. It's so easy to just get collapsed on. But yeah, coming in with that big bomb and actually losing Gilga on the catwalk, maybe not ideal at all. Nice bombing again from these red soldiers, getting onto the height on the point. They do some damage, but they're just losing the fight. There's no heals up, no buffs, nobody able to refill those health bars, and yeah, Zim's going to be getting chased back out. Aaron as well, the 2 scouts, last 2 alive, going to be taken very low, and they're in a rather dire scenario now. Pushed back to last. Dastron's only just spawning up, maybe not going to be there in time to even get sticks onto the point. It's looking dangerous.
And Pint opting to like slow it down here, just recognize the fact they have a massive ad, not rush this, which I really respect. It looks like they're going to take the Uber in. Top left, Demo Scout, setting it up. And here they go, they Uber through left side, Soki gets juggled, Demo gets the gun, Soki just plays the cap, and in comes the bombs from the soldiers, blocking, but the frags are just going the way of Pint right now, super clean, and that's looking like the first round here on Entropy.
So anyone who was watching the open game we covered at Entropy before, we were basically saying about how with full ad, like the power of just playing the point, that's exactly why, right? You can use in, you can take control of the high ground. You just have like a scout, just edge the point for a little bit, cap it to like halfway. The soldiers have to jump in onto that low ground, and they're just easy pickings. And there's only 6 players that can feed onto the point. Like they're going to have to stop feeding onto the point eventually. And yeah, very nice textbook play there from Pint, taking his first round of Entropy in just under 4 minutes. So quick out the blocks for them, and quick out of the blocks for Wonder, who's bombing in all the way around onto Boot, who's taking a lot of damage. Second soldier not going in just yet. Slow Motion, but playing it slow. Gilga's taking quite a bit of spam from Andy and Roach under the point, able to get back out, but by doing so he's going to leave a couple of the rest of that team for dead, and going to be forced to back out all the way into second. But in a 5v3, Pint Gaming might be looking for a little bit more here, with Fnatic going all the way behind, bombing in onto the catwalk, onto Zim as well. Big serve from Gilga, going to be taken down, 96%.
The
counter-sack! The counter-sack gets the 95%! Oh, nearly there. Rushter coming in to try and clean up, but both sets of soldiers doing huge salvages.
But now Andy in. Yeah, that was a scrappy fight on second just then. I thought it was a bit rushed, but I don't know, they're just about managing to stabilize. Andy doesn't opt to get the cap there. I thought that was pretty free for him, but, you know, both teams are just, you know... Okay, no, he does manage to get the cap on second. Okay. So, again, we should just see a last being set up here from Quantities. I'm going to keep forgetting their name. Aggressive traps in lobby right now from the demo. Let's see what their setup is on last.
Yeah,
gun
I'm
left
interested to see this. Yeah, like
I don't know what the meta is.
Going to move. Yeah, this gun might be going to move. I'm predicting, because it's like just in the spawn. Again, it was level 3. We've seen all sorts. We've seen guns on the ground. We've seen guns near like the front wall. I think like the default I've been seeing, you can even have like a gun like on the stairs in front of the point as well. Like,
oh gosh,
like you can do all sorts. But honestly, like I don't think there is like that good of a gun spot. Like, you're not going to have like your snake water gun or like your metalworks gun or something that watches everything. Like, you have to make, like, there's 4 entrances and you can maybe cover 2 at a push, and even still it's going to be vulnerable to spam.
Yeah, no, looking at this, I'm not entirely sure where a gun would go. I would personally put it probably right side, and have combo more on right side, kind of like a Badlands last hold. And the flank more on the left side, but no, they're keeping the gun on the left, and it works. Easy bait into spawn there. Fnatic going for a sack, but, you know, Gilga just walks right into spawn, and there's a level 3 gun watching that, so, yeah, not going to get through to that. Here, Quantities are looking to prod a bit in lobby, maybe send in a sack through lower. Wonder's getting a buff here, so maybe he's going to look for something.
Yeah, it's possible. That's so far back, though. Now the timing's almost been missed, or what hasn't been missed is the opportunity of a player respawning and sniper off class to come up. So Andy Dude has used the respawning Fnatic to switch off onto the Australian sharpshooter, but not going to be able to get too much space because they've lost a soldier.
Yep, there will be another respawning Fnatic right now, and Slow Motion goes for it, gets a clean bomb onto Birchie, and he forces them on second. Pint Gaming getting forced on second, so will we see a Uber push out coming out the side of, I keep forgetting the name,
Unknown quantities.
the red team,
Yeah,
unknown
unknown
quantities,
quantities.
unknown, I'll call them that.
Yeah, I guess the thing is, right, in these
they're leaving the
scenarios,
gun.
right, I maybe not so much in Div 2, but I do think in like at certain points in TF2 it is genuinely valuable if like you're
Going for it.
holding the other team's last to like lose your Uber and get forced. Because the other
Oh, yeah.
team will push back in. And in the 6v6 scrap you could often do some damage, but massive bomb coming in from Dastra and jumping all the way around, landing in towards Flower is gonna do take so much space, and there's no frags being taken so far. Actually, they are finally going to find them a bit of a re-aggression, maybe an over-aggression. With only Andrew on that sniper there, ready to defend the medic. 3 players going down in the post, and there is big advantage for Birchie, but there's just no players to use it, and you're not going to use it on a sniper, like, what are they going to do?
Well, they've been pushed out now. Andy's maybe regretting being on the sniper right now. But yeah, that was a beautiful use out low and no fear right there. Newtek tried to go for a back cap but couldn't find anything. And yeah, Pint Gaming just completely left, but now looking to retake through lower with the Uberad. Soki's holding W. This demo's getting caught out under the point. They don't even end up using, so... But there's a back cap going on, of
Rotisha
course.
was in on medic as well. Look, Aaron's just about escorting the medic out. Slow motion Milk and Wonder all the way behind. Could have getting launched. Sky was going to try and survive for a bit longer. Eats nearly an air shot off Newtek, but look at this timer it's bought. All of the blue players having to back up to second.
Gosh, yeah, so many back caps going on this map, and you can see slow motion Milks even on the pain train, which honestly is a wise choice on this map. I've got to respect that. The Ubers are evening out here, but Pint Gaming looking to maybe pressure through lower. Roticha's doing a fade bomb. Let's see, they're just taking space now, quite a lot of space even.
Yeah, Gilga's eating a fair bit of spam as well. Coming in for the exchange has to do it, taking... Don't want to give up too much ground, but... Going to be an awkward chest bump between the 2 scouts, but they're going to be funneled back into Newtek, like you say, going to win the fight out against Slow Motion Milk, forcing back out to spawn. And look at these low health bars, particularly on those 2 red soldiers, going to have to scurry their way back onto last. Soki's still charging in, along with Rochi, who's got the speed shot bomb! The speed shot! Straight into last, onto Gilga. Massive from Rotisha. That's why Hugo's been subbed out for this week, and that's going to win them the round.
Beautiful play there. That was the beast POV coming out from Roticha. I'm sure he's going to appreciate that reference when he watches this back. Wow, what a play. That was beautiful.
It was Soki holding the door open as well on the shutter.
Yeah,
I through,
just,
like,
yeah.
That's huge coordination coming through, and a fantastic speed shot bomb, getting the medic and demo right in the doorway. Perfect bomb from Roticha. And that's going to get the second round on the board. It was scrappy, it was back and forth, but like we say, getting pushed off last is, yeah, that's the best way to get into last sometimes. When you don't win on last, you just win on second instead.
Oh, team sending in Solis at the start of this mid here, and they just end up kind of feeding, but yeah, picks going the side of Pint, I should say. Just the demo left in sync, and easy taunt from Andy there.
Yeah, that was honestly like Birchie. That was a miracle that Birchie survived that.
Yeah.
That was. Did you see what was going on behind?
Yeah,
the little
soldiers
Tetris?
flying
That was
everywhere. Yeah.
outrageous that Birchie's allowed to live there with the scout taxi speed just zigzagging back and forth, jumping over rockets and stuff. Didn't even take that much damage, to be honest. Wasn't really in too much danger of dying. So great work from Birchie. He's going to reap the rewards with a massive even advantage leading to this last point.
Okay, so last time they did demo scout through top left, then Soki played the point. It was very clean, but this time they're looking to take it through lower. Leading through demo, used through on the demo on left side, no gun on the left side, they have to find it over on the right. Managed to pick up the gun, bombs in from the soldiers, big damage everywhere, and it's an absolute crush. Just the scouts left alive on the side of Unknown, and that was a complete wipe. Perfect last push, no players going down on the side of Pint Gaming.
It's such a hard point to hold, right? Like even not when you're at like full disad, but at full disad it almost feels unholdable. Like unless there's some sort of cheapo you can pull or like some blunder that occurs on the attacking side, like it does genuinely feel like there's very little you can do. You just lose all the space, you get forced back in, and like it's so hard to block the point. But that's 2 for 2 on conversions on these last point pushes by Pint. With Ad as we go into a pause. So Potential suspense.
Hiding time, yeah.
I
Who
do
knows
want
what the pause
to
could be?
point out that last push was definitely aided by one of the unknown quantities scouts sitting on sniper. And normally, when you're sitting on sniper in a forward spawn, you just poke your head into it, wait until the force, and then switch off to scout. But the sniper just
Stayed
kind
on,
of
yeah.
stayed on for the whole of the last push. So they were essentially one player down, which I don't really understand why it happened.
Yeah, I assume that the plan was, I saw the angle that the sniper was holding. I assume the idea was he was trying to look for like a second where like the demo got unflashed or the pocket scout got unflashed in the Uber, but it just never came and just gets run down in spawn. And yeah, you're literally playing a player down. It's like just a sniper stood there. If that was a heavy or a pyro or something, maybe there's more chance of holding them alive. Have we got any word on where the pause is about, by the way?
I could probably jump in. I'm just being fascinated by someone upstairs pissing from the sounds of it on the stream. If you spectate Andy during the pause, like, someone is really busy in there.
Well, they are as well. Oh, that's weird. Yeah. I'm thinking, have I got time to run and fill water up? Seconds. Probably do, right?
Yeah. You can. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Go for it. I'll cover you if things are happening.
Yeah. I like the... You were saying actually about the Disad last seem really rough to hold. And thinking about it, it's like everything's so close. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 doors in, and like the point faces the attackers. So it kind of favors them so much. Like, seems yeah, that seems very, very tricky to hold. But do you think he was stuck on sniper, or like he couldn't change? Is that maybe what the pause is about? Or?
No, I think it's kind of... You're sitting there on sniper waiting for the flash, and they start walking up the right-hand side, and you've kind of got the situation where, as we're unpausing quickly, you don't want to switch off, because as soon as you switch off, you know you'll have the opportunity to make the shot. But you've kind of got the sunken cost fallacy thing, where it's like, I can't really come up, but just switching off would have been the better decision.
I see.
And what was a very good decision there was the entirety of the Pint gaming combo just turtling up inside their own toxic, waiting for these bombs to come in and waiting for all the feeds. Their soldiers did the damage over onto Gilga, and I think only the soldiers died there on the Pint. I don't think Fnatic went down. They kept so many players alive and kept such a big advantage. We might be seeing a 4th round on the board. They've yet to fail one of these full advantage last pushes, so we'll see if they're good for it once more. Just get these spawners in, get these buffs coming through, and they're getting ready to fly in.
Yeah, we saw top left and then lower, and it looks like this time might even be Shutter, so you might be seeing absolutely every different way of pushing. If they get one more, I'm hoping it's through far right, and yes, we use through Shutter, Demo Scout, and they're through. Take out the gun quickly, although he's trying to rebuild it behind them. Collapse onto the left side.
If this is the player that saves it, this is unreal. I don't think it's going to do. There's so few players left alive. Just Aaron and Zim, Scout and Engineer, going to do their very, very best. Going to have to sack onto the point. But yeah, it was an odd
You got to
play,
try
I
it.
guess.
Yeah, I thought he took down the gun, but he didn't. He just picked it up into spawn, and that was the pause right there. So maybe attack pause, perhaps. You know, oh guys, we're down 4 rounds. How do we turn this around?
Yeah, well, they need to turn something around, right? Because they're currently down 4-0 with less than half of the game played, and it has been honestly like quite overpowering the way that Pint are going, and they're actually deciding to roll out on the sink this time, go play for this aggressive mid, just running straight into the enemy team, and they're just making it work. They're doing absolute nukage. Fnatic's in behind as well. The soldiers and Pint are doing so much work, and it looks like everyone's going to fall.
You could write a book on Roticher this mid. He did a fadeaway bomb towards them, but landed on the ramp above that lower area, and then did a slide onto the medic, and then managed to live and clean up a scout. That was one of the best mids I've ever seen. That was absolutely insane. Good job, Roticher, there on Pint Gaming, and we have another Uberad last push ready on the side of Pint Gaming.
Yeah, I think you must have some fun on these mids on Soldier, just like flying around.
I don't play this map.
You've not played it, have you?
We always ban it. Like our team always bans it.
being denied.
We have
Hey,
Leon claiming to be running this mid. It was a Leon patent.
Okay, well, we've got Ubercharge coming in for 4-on-4 on this full Uber pushes. Sophie going to be getting not quite getting the flash actually in time. I spoke too soon as the rest of the push comes in, and this time they seem to have been quelled. They're catching a lot of flack in lobby as well. Damn, okay, this is... they had to coach up at some point. They don't know bunches. They had to get themselves back in, and defending that full ad, even lose anyone? That was crazy.
Yeah, they had to hold there. It was the 4th round. They had to do it, and they managed it. Pint just couldn't find the sentry gun in time, and the flank just went in too early and got caught by the gun. And now there's an engineer pushing through low with crits. Does he find anything? Surely he finds Fnutek.
He's
here.
maneuvered.
Fnutek's find the force.
Oh my
It's still just pushing with this crits Engie on mid.
Have we got a word for how many crits this NG has?
Well, he got 2 kills, so doesn't that make 4?
That's
I don't know
four.
how
many's he shot though? Yeah, it's like how
he
many's
shot
got
1
left?
at least.
Okay.
He's currently on a 2k.
Yeah, so one of them might have been the gun though, right?
Yeah, both kills
Oh,
were
both
from the
with the
gun, and then he just shot one of them on mid, and he's going for a hiding play.
Okay, so unless there was like an assist or something happening, then well, they are full distance. So basically, if like Aaron just pops up in front of Birchie's face, that's like should be a free force.
Okay, and the Soki's trying to take this in through left side with the ad. They managed to lose Fnutek on the back cap, and both the soldiers again. Pain Train on the
Big
point.
bomb comes in. Massive bomb in from Wonder straight up behind the point. Gets the drop. They're not even going to need the engineer
Aaron cut.
to come and get onto the medic. Huge work from Wonder and slow motion milk there. Nice little fade away, and then the synchronized second jump coming through. As yeah, they're walking in. Aaron's still on engineer, all the way up onto the second point. Engineer pushing enemy last. Build a gun while you're at it. Put a level 2 on there last. Just have a heavy, like, you know. Of engineer versus engineer gaming as this push comes in. They have big advantage. He hears me. He hears me. Builds the gun in lobby. The game is over. There's so much ad. It needs to be going, right? Like there's I don't know.
Nutek's dropping question marks in the chat from that one. It looks like unknown are Ubering in, demo scout through shutter. And did they manage to find the gun? Yeah, they find the gun underneath. A new hiding spot for the gun this time. But where's the collapse? All the players are weak.
Yeah.
They don't have the health to collapse.
Honestly, like, I do respect the crit energy, right? It is great. But Dastrun's in flank. Okay, the gun. Okay, sorry, I'll just stop for a moment. The Dastrun is going for last. He's not okay. The I respect the crits engine, right? And when you're going for it, it can be powerful. But on the last point, like entry rate plays so much of cap time. That's one less scout that you can have sort of edging the cap, forcing soldiers into low ground.
As you said earlier, it's the fallacy of sunken costs or whatever, and that was another
Yeah,
one.
exactly. Yeah, it's some cost fallacy of like the engineer just walking in there. With only a couple of crits left, maybe it was worth swapping off, but maybe not. If Wonder's able to bomb in, nearly gets to go onto Birch. He doesn't quite land the second rocket, but that's how both soldiers stacked in. So Pint now picking up a lot of steam as they're charging in. Massive advantage, still over 50%. There's 2 forward spawn soldiers denied.
What makes it even funnier about the NG is he died to a sentry gun.
Oh, the irony.
Infighting between the engineers, and the thing is, this has been taken so clean again. Like denying those forwards just meant they get into second for free. There's no worry about being bombed as they push into second point, and now there's still a bit of ad if they go quickly. Gilga's building hard. It might not quite be enough unless Rush is in. Gonna try and go for the force into Gilga, not quite gonna manage it. And the advantage, it wasn't quite pushed quickly enough. I don't think they've realised that they still had ad, to be quite honest, given how they were playing. They just sent the sack in.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
it was the
big
right
ad.
play. Yeah. If they used in there, it was only like 8% by the time they were set up. So instead, Rochester went for that.
Yeah,
on
I don't
the
think they
far
could have
left.
just sent like, I was wondering like they leave like one scout capping second and everyone else just runs from flank to top lobby or do something like that and just tries to really push it. But yeah, it's risky when you're running like what 20 or 30% ad like you.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's so cozy for Pint Gaming. Andy's just taunting on point. They don't realistically have to do anything, but they're taking lobby. They're putting up some pressure right now. Both soldiers on
Double
right
sack.
side. Oh yeah. both onto a sentry and a pyro. Will make very, very short work of them, so... but might prompt Unknown into going for a play here, and the pyro's pushing out this time. And manages to trade with Soki, so suddenly this is... And they get forced bomb in from Wonder. Unknown are taking control of this second right now. And there's no one in position able to bomb the point here, so should be pretty clean retake. And with big ad.
Yeah, really nice from there, because you're really, really worried when you're pushing out in those situations where you're like up 2 soldiers, like you're just going to make sure you don't get forced. Because if you get forced, the other team just backs out and then rolls through you with the ad when they get the spawners. But they manage to keep Gilga safe enough while still buffing up their players. Wonder goes and gets a force, stays alive as well somehow, gets out onto the flank, gets the pack, and now with this big ad to work, Fnatic going to try and strip that away. There as he lands in, gets the force very, very early. Gilga's so weak. And it's just going to be getting this one pick. Nice force coming out from Pint, and the ad is only really going to get 1 point, so not ideal for unknown quantities.
And it's a leapfrog. Pint Gaming already pushing in through what I'm going to call lower. They're already on the point. Soki's running forwards, but yet again, who would have guessed it? There is another back cap going on. But it looks like it's going to get crushed. 3 players on the side of Pint will clean up those 2 from Unknown there.
They bring everyone back though.
They did. I mean, they bought time, but there's 8 minutes left. It's tricky. They kind of really, really needed that back cap, so Wonder's going for it.
MGE. MGE onto Fnatic, low HP on Wonder, 3 HP, bombing back in, gonna get the kill. Not quite gonna manage to sneak that cap through. Really big win there from Fnatic.
Oh, 100%. If they lost that, you know, there's a good chance that a round could have been converted from there, but it's 8 minutes left, and even Uber's on their second. Unknown kind of have to, step on the gas here. But saying that, it is Pint Gaming who are stepping on the gas. Rotich, a big bomb in, manages to get a force, but I imagine this is just going to turn into a trade.
Yeah, it's
Soki taking the solo.
Force, right? When you're seeing 2 soldiers and you lose one of them to get the force, and it's just a trade anyway. Like it's really not exactly worth it. And now they're paying the price of it. Spyro and Birchie both taken down. Roach is still not spawning up either from that sack, and Soki's lost his life as well later on. Fnatic going to try and salvage, but gets caught on the fence as he jumps around Zim. Going to be surely able to clean up that kill as the charging forces aren't done yet. They haven't given up yet, haven't known quantities, despite the time and the scoreline working very strongly against them. Oh, they're really going to, as you say, step on the gas. Get converting rounds sooner rather than later, because we're not far off entering the realms of impossibility.
No, not at all, but looks like Unknown are gonna be taking second with a little bit of ad. Andy's hiding in forwards as sniper, so that's probably the cam to be on right now.
Oh, it's the scout instead.
Get down, Mr. President. Oh.
It's such a good forward spawn for sniper, right? Like you see straight onto the point. Like it's like...
This is a theme. I actually thought about this. It's true on every map, because I thought it was overpowered on the new not Entropy, what's the other one? Sultry, yeah. And I was thinking, but it's actually true on Gully, it's true on Snake, it's true on every map, so I think that's just a feature.
Yeah.
Forward spawn sniper on point is always deadly.
Yeah, it's particularly deadly though in something like Sultry, like a Metalworks, where it's like close, because then you can even open it up and things like Heavy as well. And like Sunshine as well, it's right where they're going to be pushing. But anyway, speaking of pushing, the Uber charge is flying in. We've got Wonder on Spy for some reason. I think he'll be going for some sort of funny play afterwards, just ratting around. Nope, never mind, just going in, knives are blazing, trying to stab whoever is in the way. Not going to land anything as Uber Advantage push comes in and doesn't even get anything. There's no STV delay. We can have to assume that was a coast to coast.
Yep. There was an attempt there. There was certainly an attempt, but yeah, that had to be a coast to coast, right? There was 5 minutes left in the game, or 10?
Yeah, there was still 5 minutes left in the game.
Yeah,
and that's
I'm crying.
Yeah,
STV
teams
delay.
don't know about the STV delay.
Okay.
It depends, If it was unknown whose server it was, they might have been like, nah,
Who
we don't
have
care
I got
about the
on
cast.
my friends list who I can yell at?
Oh yeah.
Andy Dude gave me the STV.
Okay.
Oh.
I have
on
Andy
then.
Dude on my friends list.
Yeah, I'm naming and shaming.
Oh yeah.
Get him.
Oh yeah.
It's funny, Wolf, that you say that you're banning, you're not playing entry. Because I was going to ask you like what the callouts were, because I've sort of made up my own
don't
callouts. I've
know.
just been like consistently using. So I've had like on mid, like the lower way onto mid, I was calling toxic because like there's the barrels there.
Oh yeah.
And the other side I'm calling flowers because it has the same flowers as sunshine.
I've heard big door. I've also heard lower on that kind of left side from the attacking perspective.
Yeah.
I call it ramp because there's a ramp there. So
Yeah, it's a ramp downwards, right?
I call it ramp. I hear the other one being called tiles or like elevator. I've heard so many different call outs. I don't think there's been like a established call out meta on this map yet.
Yeah, I think the only thing that people like actually agree on is like the one in between, like the little like zigzaggy way in between is sink. Yeah.
There is a sink
It
there.
used to be like a proper zigzag, right? Like with that little fence there, where you could like get through. But yeah, they've sort of changed the shape. And then yeah, for last, honestly, like my team were basically doing like a map talk on it, and we had no idea what the callouts were. So we were like the ways into last. We like tried to copy like the Badlands calls. We'd all forgotten the Badlands callouts because it is basically the same shape as Badlands.
Oh yeah, it's very similar.
So we thought like that far side, which is like, is it lower on Badlands, like the like weird flank route that goes in?
Oh gosh, yeah, I think so. It's
that
been a
lower,
long
the one that
time.
comes out under point, yeah. Like for that one, I can't remember what it's called, but we've forgotten the name of it. But we realised that
lower.
on
Sounds right.
Yeah, on Entropy, the version of that goes past this room where there's like a fence in front of it, and there's a load of like electrical wires and like sparks and stuff behind it. So we thought it was like electrical and Among Us, so we call it sus. Because it's always where someone hides as well. If ever you're gonna like leave a rat there to try and backup, you always leave them in there. So we've started calling that sus. Then we've got Vietnam on second, and so we've just made some ridiculous calls.
Wow. Yeah, I've never heard anywhere been called sus before. I guess there's the vents on Metalworks, but
yeah, honestly, I still maintain. I mentioned this to Animation the other day, right? Because we were casting Metalworks, right? And I genuinely think if Metalworks was released like a year ago or like 2 years ago, that vent spot is not called Batman, like at all.
Oh yeah,
there's no way.
I have some updates.
Oh no, what happened?
Okay, so I messaged Andy dude and said wrong what did I say? Wrong STV delay, you mongs. And he said that's their server, they're just tilted because we're destroying them. So I told him to call them mongs. And he has.
You get banned for that. You get banned for that, right? If they're like
they can ban me. Like what are they gonna do?
I don't know, like
we'll take the ban on that one.
I'm not sure what like the exact definition of a slur is, but like it's probably in like the grey area, right?
I mean it's their fault.
It is, yes, their fault for not setting STV delay to 0. Right?
Like you could hypothetically make the argument about like what's it called? Map times and map name and player names would just essentially cripple half of the higher divs if we force them to stick to it. So yeah,
that is true. Yeah, and maps on the match page is the most recent one, isn't it?
Yeah.
I kind of relate. I remember I think my very first season in Prem we were getting casted and we just got rolled on. It was a game of Snake Water, and we got rolled on it. We didn't stay. We didn't wait for the cast. We're like, nah, we're not waiting for the cast. we were tilted. So I've been there. I know the feeling. I definitely get that.
Do you know the feeling of not posting maps on the match page before the game?
Oh, I never. I don't do any of that.
I guess
team stuff.
Team
so
okay, fair.
I turn up.
Understandable. Leave all that to like AMS and whoever else is.
Who rage quit? Unknown Quantities decided they didn't want to wait for STV delay, so yeah, they're getting banned.
We can just pretend, that the spy backcat play worked, and then they ran out of time, so it was a 4-1.
The spy was already dead after trying to face step.
Yeah, I mean, he went in for the recollapse. He had to bait the team,
Well, we are in game now.
I've seen it a couple of times where I've been doing it, and I just make just random troll strats in games where like, you run 2 spies because they think they've got the spy after killing the first one.
Yeah.
And then the second one goes in and kills everyone. I think I did that in Offie early this season. It actually worked. Like, it wasn't even a troll strat, it was real.
That's a genuine strat.
Speaking of real strats, we'll see what real strats are going to be brought to the table. As Pint Gaming seems to be rotating the same direction as Unconscious, so we're going to see some conflict very, very early as Gilga's taken a fair bit of damage and is taken down, but not without the cost of the majority of this Pint combo, who are still currently scrambling to stay alive. Wonder all the way back out. And have I gone mad, or have the teams swapped colours between maps?
Oh, I'm very upset about
they
this.
have. They're just
There
not
we
very
go.
caster friendly.
I was
We've
realising
gotta,
as they rolled in, I'm like, okay, so they're Pint this. I'm like, wait a minute, they're not. Did
We
he
just
say
gotta-
anything silly?
insult them a bit more, I think.
There
There
we
was a
go,
really
yeah.
nice bomb from Nutek there, recognizing while he was delaying choke, he realized there was a conflict going on left side, and he just got in beautiful rockets there on Gilga. So that was very nice.
Don't worry, I have the full setup to fix all of that.
Thank you.
You're in production jail. You can sort all these things out. We'll keep shouting, and we'll keep shouting about this massive Uber advantage that Birchie is sat with. We're going to see where this is decided to be taken, and there's still plenty of time to think about it, but they're charging in from this right-hand side, straight in onto the gun, which is picked up and carried back into spawn. We're going to see a gun rebuild again, this time as he plonks it back down, taken out instantly, though, by the types of Spyro. Both soldiers down now, so blocking the point is going to get harder for this defending side. They're still not really particularly close to getting this Uber charge back up. Scouts dancing around, they're doing quite a good job, but massive height from Spyro, getting 2 and then cleaning up the 3rd straight afterwards. Really nice work there from the demo. They get round number 1 on the board.
There was some beautiful stuff there. The Roticher was dancing around on that last push, and then the 3, or was it 3? I think it was just the 2 pipes with the 3 kills at the end there. Oh, that was very, very clean.
It was a double kill on Scout and Med, and then the final
Thank you,
Scout
Dum
was dealt with.
Tum cum.
Tum tum.
Oh my god, dear
Another
me.
mid. Pint Gaming rolling out left side, and they're sending in the bombs from Nutek and Roticher, deleting the soldier at Wonder there on top of Cafe. Slow motion going to counter bomb, but these soldiers managing to stay alive for a little bit.
Aaron's just under point.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
Damn, I don't even have a video ninja for this one. This is so sad.
That was textbook.
Now I have to look at your stream.
Yeah,
Wait, Wanda is actually playing? When did this start happening?
Yeah, is a buddy on the roster or something?
Yeah, he's
but-
like the mentor, I guess, but didn't expect him to also be playing. Well, he did say he taught them everything.
Oh, big bomb onto Gilgan, not quite going to land the final bit of damage. It is a very damn good effort from Fnutic, and they're going to get the demo regardless, but yeah, the Ubercharge advantage is kind of fading. I'm not sure it was something they knew they had, and it was just
No, they didn't know.
awkward building on mid from Gilga with players going down around and had to retreat all the way back. But a good sack attempt. One air shot away from that important kill.
Yeah, no, they definitely did not know about the ad. I believe Gilga must have just ran away from that mid alone, unaccompanied. It was 70% during that, but now Pint Gaming looking to take lobby. Nutek's getting a spot. See what the setup's like. Andy's peeking left. They're getting some information or deciding to commit to anything. Just found the gun lower. This is, I call this the American setup.
Yeah,
Or,
we were talking about this in the open
yeah.
game. The open team are running this earlier, and I was basically singing its praises. I think this is I really like this setup. Having the gun watching a dungeon in the right-hand entrance.
I'm not convinced, personally. At a high level, I think this last hold might be disputed, because there is now very much a weakness top right. The gun would not cover the medic like where he is right now. You know, if you sack in top right now onto Gilga, yes, there are some sticks, but if you skip through, Demo's not watching it all the time, you're gonna find some forces there, I think. But
There's some reading between the lines one can do when you call it the American setup, and also you think that it's bad at a high level. That says a lot.
Yeah, I don't know any like Prem teams in ETF2L this season using this setup. Send in a double bomb there, and instead of hiding in the dispenser, Gilga hides in the gun. I've never seen that actually. Makes some
I
sense.
mean,
though.
Works
you know,
as well,
that gun
right?
will stop
Yeah.
people getting closer, so it
Yeah.
works the same way, except maybe better in some situations.
All eyes on Zin right now.
way in. Shutters about to be getting open. Does he get any eyes, anything? Sees the demo man able to land a
close,
body
Dominic.
shot, but yeah, not quite gonna do enough, and he's able to. Soldiers back in now for Pint. Actually get a pick of their own, so that's gonna buy some space
and
for
an
sure,
entry pick.
and a second as well. Okay, this could open the door.
Trade. Walking left side, they're trying to take out the gun. Okay, they're playing this slower then. Totally could have just traded there, but Pint pressuring this left side here, but Zim's still sniping that angle. They
They're
look
taking
to
so
find
much
another
damage.
snowball. No.
They're taking so much damage in lobby that they had to just stop and heal for so long, and that's given the spawners from unknown quantities time to get themselves back up and back in this game. They are going to send Saxon through regardless, though. Fnatic jumping in behind. Going to be getting caught on the way back out, though, by Wonder. Just using it for the sack attempt. It was a bit too much spam to deal with in lobby. Spyro thought they were going in a bit earlier and took more, trying to push in, and yeah, it just kind of killed the idea of a push.
How did Zim just try to push through dungeon?
Yeah, it got pretty far up actually, up to that little spiral staircase.
Oh, okay,
but
that was
yeah.
that was their counter sack just then from unknown
Yeah,
quantities.
yeah, it was a good effort. Got very far in, but yeah, not quite far enough.
I mean, it made sense for Fnatic to go for the sack there before they were set up with the gun and everything. But Soki, when you're watching this back, you've got 2 fresh picks. You trade that Uber any day of the week. You trade into last, okay? That's my feedback for you. There'll be 3 refined, please, as per my usual coaching rates.
And
Thank
a picture of a sniper in MS Paint.
Thank you yet again for that. That was beautiful.
Ah, I forgot to include that on the stream.
Oh,
There's always time.
You got put it in what's it like studio mode or whatever, where you can like have
Oh, if
the
your
editing
if your
things in the
images of
background.
sniper are legally streamable, I don't want to see them.
Well, speaking of sniper, Andy has come up on sniper, but not managed to really have anyone inside the crosshair yet, as the entire side of unknown quantities is playing so far back, not able to, actually there's a sniper on that queue, peeks straight into the 150 damage full charge body shot of Zim. So with timer ticking down, 40 seconds left before this round reset should it occur. See what Pint decide to do. Will they decide to go in for sort of one last hurrah? We've got Fnatic on Spy, who's set all the way behind the spawn, spotted out, actually gets the stab onto the medic. Zim saw it as well, hits the no scope, but not going to be quick enough as the drop comes in onto Gilga. With Spyro down, it's still slightly awkward, right? There's no demo man for this push. It's just going to be a double scout in. They've got a sentry gun to deal with as well. Big damage onto Rotisher. It's so awkward. They get the gun, but it's rough. Being forced all the way back. 5 seconds left. Someone has to stand on point, but they're not going to be able to do it. They're going to have to back all the way out. And not having a demo, I think, just proved costly. And Fnatic is probably going to be fuming that that drop doesn't convert around.
Yeah, I would be tilted. If I'm doing everything to carry the round and then my team throws it spectacularly.
How did Spyro die?
I don't know. He got caught in lobby, I think, but they decided to then use it and dropped a scout during the Uber, and it was a disaster. We're looking to set up another mid here, and it looks like this time Unknown are going to be setting up more towards their valley to the right side. So we're going to see a mirror mid with both roamers behind. So Emotion's immediately giving up that flank. Bombing behind, Fnatic's weak as well. Pint are just kind of pushing them in that little death corner there. Fnatic's able to get that flank off at any time, and he does.
He's
in
in.
the cafe right now. Big rocket onto Gilga, so much damage. Gilga manages to just kind of live in choke, but now...
Okay, real quick, before my
Oh,
game
yeah?
starts, Warp, can I get a prediction on my Div 1 game?
Blue team wins.
Ooh, well, it makes sense. They won a previous map, so we'll see if you're right.
What is his back count? There's 3 players behind.
Yeah.
Come.
On the blue
Thank you,
side,
Dubtom.
they're miles away. There's no way they're getting like this. Has to be around. This
Yeah,
100% has
100%.
to be around. There's 3 players back. They're not going to be able to cap second in time. They're just charging all the way in. And just that's the thing. These rotational mids, right? Is if it goes wrong, they can go really wrong.
Yeah, it was disastrous. The whole of Unknown there were very weak and in the wrong choke. They couldn't leave. They had to just try to get Uber, block the point, anything. But that's a very uncomfortable situation to be in.
There we go,
Yeah.
it's been done.
Beautiful. I also like the accurate part where I'm sunburnt. That's very true to life.
Yeah, well, 2-0, and I'm going to say both of these round wins haven't come off grinding it out or playing the advantage or anything like that. It's literally just come off very, very good mid-fights from Pint Gaming. So we'll see if we're going to get a fourth very, very good mid-fight from them, but losing Spyro is maybe not ideal. Nice work from these blue scouts. They're actually getting a fair few frags here. Going to lose their own medic in the meantime, but might be going for somewhat of a chase as the rest of Pint having to charge their way back out. Soki and Roach are the only two combat classes left alive, having to back up all the way in second, coming back in slightly now, and Dashform's taking a fair bit of damage, so they are going to play the advantage now and maybe look at a repush, but
oh shit,
not as clean as previous. Oh yeah, you're not pressing your buttons, are you?
I'm not pressing my buttons. Broken the illusion.
Oh no.
Sack the producer.
Get to see the disad hold coming out of unknown quantities right now. Birchie manages to walk through very confidently through the choke. Uber getting forced yet. Slow motion going for a back cap, but gets shut down by the flank of Pint Gaming. Sim still kind of in, prodding around, but that'll be a very clean take actually there.
Yeah, only
Pint
two players
Gaming.
went back for that back cap as well,
Yeah.
which is an improvement of some of the situations that they got caught in an entry where they were having to send so many more behind, and it really meant that they had their push stalled out, but now they're going to get mid and they're probably going to get second as well. There is a soldier to deal with in forward spawn still, but I'm not sure how much he's going to be capable of doing here. Getting a fair bit of damage into Soki, but energy building it up regardless. Fnatic is just in, doing a fair bit. Okay, nice shot from Wonder though there, able to take him down. Slow motion Milk starting to back spawn eventually. Ubercharge was forced out in the meantime on Gilga, so yep, nice work again from Pint as they're now able to march their way in through to the last point, see if it's any better than their previous. They seem to have kept Spyro alive for a bit longer this time, so looking better already. Standing in the point, maybe not ideal, but surely they play the cap time eventually. No, they're getting collapsed on. Zim's doing good damage as well. Spyro doing what he can, but never mind.
That was back-to-back disasters. Their unknown should have lost that round. There is no question about it. Once they got forced on second and lost two, that's it. That's a round. But then somehow Pint just didn't manage to find the picks on last, and they were so spread in the post-Uber that they just got crushed. So that was a complete, like, two back-to-back disasters from both teams there, but coming out overall in the favor of unknown. They're looking to push back into mid through Cafe with their Uber ad. Let's see, are they opting to use or try to take it for free? Managed to get through, find an early pick on Pnutek, but Roticher manages to bomb in and secure the force onto Gilga there.
And get out as well.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, of course he gets out.
Yeah.
Any day of the week. He'll get a force, get out, live, hit 3 air shots. Yeah.
Yeah, because you think there, if like both soldiers go down for that force, there's like maybe a world where like they can try and push in and start pressuring,
100%.
but losing just one soldier for the force is 100% worth it for Pint. But yeah, the sacks in the direction aren't quite as successful. Slow motion Milk able to just land the one rocket onto Birchie, but no more. Once Spyro's respawn comes in, this ad is likely going to be coming through.
Yes, and it looks like Pint Gaming are just running straight in from Valley, just holding W. They're in. I love that. No hesitation at all. Really good pressure on second, but Andy manages to get caught from Zim, who's staying in dungeon a bit. Pressuring and maybe buying enough time for Unknown to just push back out here. They don't have Uber, but they don't care. They're just running in with everyone right now.
They almost do though, right? Like,
Oh yeah. That was powerful retake. There was, wow, confident play from both these teams. I love that.
Yeah, I think they were really playing with the fact that Spyro was a fresh spawner and wasn't quite in that fight to start with. There weren't any sticks to deal with, weren't any pipes to deal with, and able to survive long enough without taking too much damage and refight in. And with Uber charges both coming up, they're both going to be used just as quickly. There's both sides trading themselves out. No players got down yet, aside from Wonder on that blue side. As Pnutek wants to change the situation, jumping straight onto Gilga, who gets caught out completely away from the rest of the team. Positioning completely evaded him as everyone else is running out back through the choke, leaving the medic for death.
Looking like they might have the opportunity to convert this to another round here. I could see it happening. I knew as soon as like they had the momentum retaking second, Unknown just kept pushing into mid and just thinking like, we just keep going, but they had to slow it down. They were in a winning position and just rushed it, so really unfortunate. Then Pint are That's just a big fight going on in lobby. What is this?
Yeah, 3 plays for a demo is not really valuable trading, especially when there's a scout already capping up last, and that is Andy New, who's running all the way behind.
The crumble begins.
Yeah, I suppose the logic, if there is any there, is that they're just trying to get onto Birchie, right? Because they know Birchie's not going to have yet, and they're thinking maybe if they're overstepping and maybe pushing in at, 60-70% or whatever they were, maybe catch him, but losing 3 players for it is absolutely not worth it at all. And probably a lost round regardless if they sit on last, but it's like you've got plenty of time. You have time to build up a level 3 gun and maybe build up a bit of crits for yourself if you decide to go that route. But it stands maybe 3 rounds in the way of Pint game, but very, very quick soldier sack onto Spiral and Birch. This is the turn of pace that Unknown Quantities have been needing in this game, but it's thrown back straight into their face as Gilga is salvaged down at the end, and with 2 scouts still alive, both sort of behind. Andy's just running in onto point doing what he can. Soki's miles away in Valley. I don't even know if they're aware of where he is. He's just going to rat it out, I guess. Not going to try and spawn camp or anything. Taken down, nice pipes there from Dastron, and much better mid. The first mid win of this game. Well, I guess there was a technical, but this is the first proper mid win where they're out with true advantages over on the Unknown Quantity side, and they're going to need to get back into this game pretty sharpish. Being all down.
You've kind of got a little bit of an unknown problem for Pint in this situation, where because both of your scouts are last to die, you're always going to be quite slow with building up the NG's sentry gun, and potentially thinking about a heavy and stuff like that could potentially cause problems.
Or they could almost block Birchie, the slow motion milk, jumping in and being alive for honestly way too long. But that's the sack. But yeah, like you say, the I don't think obviously with that sack coming through, it's going to make that big of a deal. The slow motion milk is the gun was slow to build, but the gun now has managed to get itself sorted out.
Yeah, that was a beautiful sack. It was so close to working. It was actually the pyro barely reflected one rocket that would have totally taken out Birchie there. So, it was clutch. It was close there, and see how Unknown try to break this. Poking, prodding right now, and here we see the kind of the good setup, the EU setup, not the NA setup with the gun on the left side with the pyro. Witness Gaming, they perfected this. It is unbreakable. There is no weakness.
Yeah, that dispenser spot as well, and the little little barrels as well. I mean, the pyro is constantly topped up on ammo as well. It's it's kind of rough.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to have to break this hold, But let's see how they try to do it. They're buffing up the soldiers, looking like they're gonna maybe send in a soldier through lower. So yeah, getting in slow motion milk through under, and just a bomb through onto left side. Oh, got some good damage onto the demo. Just taunting. And Andy then tanking the spam. Oh, that's teamwork right there. Support your team during the BM. I respect that so much.
Yeah, I want to see Andy switch off onto Frontier Justice now. Now that the sentry's got a kill, you think if that gun goes down mid-fight, you get caught out, you're going to get a couple of very nice high damage crits coming through. Maybe not going to occur just yet. Maybe not going to. Doesn't want to get carried away too much like we saw with Aaron last game on Entropy.
Yeah, I mean, it has the added benefit of you could set up a gun in their lobby.
That was, I don't know, through tick. You could see the confusion.
Very valid time for the question marks, 100%. It's often very much BM, but I think that was a very justified use of the question marks in chat. Unknown, not really. No, I feel like they're unknown in team name and also what their plan is right now. I'm not really seeing. They're looking for, again, slow motion milk, looking for a bomb in through lower. A high bomb, but juggled up by the gun. And Pnutek cleans up that kill, and maybe even one more onto Zim with the. He's got the shotgun out, and Rotichev goes for a counter sack into lobby, manages to find Dast. So.
Yeah, this is and they're feeding everyone. Yeah. Okay, I was about to say just before those stacks came in, I was like, what are your thoughts on how they're going to crack into this? But they're not going to get a chance. They're going to be forced all the way back out. They lose one, and it's like, well, okay, they've lost one player, and they decide I get it, some cost. We lost one. We need to keep going. We need to get onto his medical, whatever. And they get nowhere near. They just sack everyone in, and then there's people too far forward in lobby that are getting caught out as well, and that's allowed Pint Gaming to set themselves up on second. Spawners have come through. There was plenty of forward spawns coming through, so it's not the end of the world for unknown quantities. They're able to get themselves set up on mid and start stacking their way in, pressuring in as best as they can. And it looks like Wonder is the first one to fake a bomb round, letting in slow motion Milk. He jumps in and isn't able to land the damage. Just lands one rocket onto Spyro. Nowhere near enough. Nice fake, but gotta be more than that.
It was a nice play there, but yeah, unknown and ooh, actually, okay, Pint Gaming are just looking to pressure through Cafe. Rotisha gets through, and so does Soki, but he's gonna get caught out here. There's no way he wins this fight. Ooh, I was concerned for a moment. Aaron almost lost that, but now suddenly, they lost two, just trying to pressure out of second, but looking like there's probably gonna be an exchange on second. Gilga's committed. Birchie's staying in, and they get forced out. Does Gilga use? No, if he manages to hold this Uber.
Yeah, Birchie's got such a rough Uber. Using Andy, but Andy ran too far away. Has to use back into lobby, but two players going down
Aaron
on this blue side. Aaron running around his lobby, gonna maybe catch Spyro, never catch Sophie, still coming in, trying to fight this Uber scout. As the Uber charge fades, hits a nice shot onto Aaron, but Soki's somehow still alive. The unkillable. I don't know how he lived through all of that, to be quite honest, but
the fact he had to get a med pack while being healed by his medic during the 1v1.
Yeah, that's rather wrong. And there was two. The worst bit is there was two players alive there for a considerable amount of time. It was just Soki and I believe one of the soldiers. And yeah, now they've had to slow it down, because if they were quicker there, they can just run straight into last and cap it up, and that's a round on the board. But yeah, the round holding play there from Soki.
Well, potentially. I mean, Gilga's got a massive 50% ad right now. So
yeah, that is true.
First Uber ad push coming in out of unknown. They use through top right scout demo. They're gonna take up they take out the gun. Aaron's playing the point. Recollapse coming in from Pint Gaming. Aaron's still playing the point. Nutex managing to block. It could go either way right now. Big collapse on the point. Everyone is just dying on the point. Two up from both sides. Come on, Dast. Come on. Oh, it's just the demo
30
versus
HP.
the
This
med.
is so awkward. The med surely is better here, though, right? The 30 HP. One arrow will do it, and one arrow does do it. Birchie winning out the 1v1.
Wow.
Going for the taunt as well on the point. Dear me. It's so awkward. Like, honestly, like that heavy live for. I do not know if I've ever seen a heavy live on like sub 100 HP for that long, because that was unreal.
Yeah.
How he was able to stay alive, soaking there in the point. Did a phenomenal job of blocking the point. As counter comes in, Wonder's on the point, trying to finish off the cap, but no, doesn't quite manage it. That was close with pain training.
Oh yeah.
No pain training.
Talk about getting value from a play though. He just forces the med and then gets a little bit more cap time. That was a beautiful sack there from Wonder. Very, very important force as well. If there's any chance of them staying in this match. So again, we get to see another Uber ad, another 50% ad push. Let's see if they can correct the mistakes from last time. Gilga's taking in lobby through lower, and again, Demo Scout through right side. And gets joggled up this time. The gun's not going down quick enough. Manages to get it, but
it's awkward. Only one soldier for one scout, and Uber charges are fading, and there's not great positioning for these remaining blue gamers as they're trying to salvage in what they can. The Uber charge finally used out from Birchie right at the end of that fight, and honestly, I've not to be too critical, but did that Uber charge even need to be used? I guess it's sort of the instinctive thing, right? You're on a diss side, you think as soon as we get Uber, we're going to use it, but like they could always be
probably could have milked it. I don't think it matters. They'll end up taking mid out of this.
Yeah, exactly. They're getting mid regardless. And
eyes on
in
Aaron.
Case, they're still at like a little bit of ad, but Aaron, yeah, like you say, eyes on Aaron in that forward spawn shutter, waiting for the perfect moment, might be willing to strip this advantage away, but it looks like Birchie is going to be safely perched just above the stairs in the cafe next to it. Aaron's been spotted out as well by Lucy, who gets the kill. Okay.
Sorry. I just did not expect all the things to happen. That's not what I expected. That one surprised me. Is Pint are running in through Valley. Big Uber out here, 40%. Masoki was too quick.
Dropping bombs in Ahmed, what?
Gilga drops him.
The arrow drop, what? This is craziness. Slow motion milk in behind as well. The rest of these players might be getting caught out in the valley. there's not enough time. This is essentially garbage time at this point. But like, still, that is absolutely crazy. Birchie dropping the big advantage to the arrow from the enemy medic. There's a backcover coming through from Andy, dude. Slow motion milk coming back to try and deal with it, getting taken down as well. Andy's thrown back so much attention. This is honestly just carnage.
Oh yeah, Pint Gaming just want to cause chaos right now. Delay it as much as possible. Big bomb from Rockteacher. Clean landing on Gilga. Manages to get the force. Nice reposition on top of Cafe. And does he get out Valley? Oh yeah, he gets out Valley.
Well, yeah, you said before, literally exactly the same bomb, right? He always gets out.
Oh yeah, he gets the force. He gets out. It's just perfect gameplay. New tech. Oh, managing to get enough damage onto Zim there. Get him caught, and now 2 players down on the side of Unknown, 3 players down on the side of Unknown. Maybe make that more.
Gilga's in trouble. Gilga's getting
big
piped out. Huge word,
my
and that is only one gamer left alive, and that is Zim with a huge tall ask on their hands. And yeah, there's
Yep.
I respect going on to the point there, because obviously you could just sit back and play logs, but like, goes on as a go. And 4-0. And if we weren't already in garbage time, now we are certainly in garbage time.
This whole game, I've not been able to see the round timer or the match timer. I have no clue if it's garbage time. There could still be half an hour left in this game for all I know.
3 minutes and 13 seconds left.
We are in garbage time.
We are deep within. I think before, if like that last push came through from unknown quantities, I think like 2 rounds in like 4.5, 5 minutes is definitely doable. But like, yeah, this is where everyone just sacks in, goes with this huge aggressive mid from both sides. Spyro, Aston all taken down as the soldiers just run absolutely rampant all over the place. Zim just juking around with Rotature. It's
Rotature is
nice.
perfect. 3k.
Yeah, that's crazy. Absolutely crazy. Slow motion build coming in.
Make it
Gonna be
4K.
dealt with. Gets air shot, doesn't
yeah.
care.
Control point is being captured.
Yep.
And
That's,
Fnutic's already spawn camping as well. Fnutic's just camping the treasure 1 second. Gonna be getting spotted out though, surely.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, out on the tree, just about getting out to the cafe, but still getting chased down. Everyone smells blood on the unknown quantity side, and they want blood. Gonna get it as well as they catch Fnutic backing out, but we say it's 4 rounds to 0, and it's been a very, very strong performance for Pint. I've got to say, like, they fumbled a bit in the second half of this game. There was some moments where they were getting caught, and unknown quantity really probably should have at least got a couple of rounds on the board. But like, you've got to say they're probably the better side here, right?
I mean, it's kind of... I feel bad for Unknown for not getting a couple rounds. Like, they very well could have got 2 rounds on the board this game. I don't know. I'm not quite sure. Yeah. Maybe their plans were unknown.
Yeah, I think that the worst one for me was that situation where they'd forced out like the worst Uber that the world has ever seen onto Birchie on second, and that Uber charge comes out, gets absolutely nothing. I think there's no heal target for half of the Uber, running back into lobby. He dies, and there's only 2 players left alive in like a 2v5, whilst like Gilga is Ubering Aaron in lobby. And that fight just takes so long in lobby that it just means that the spawners get time to come in and then it's even Ubers and last afterwards. Like, if that kill comes through, or if like they go the other way or get round, or they don't stack second and they just leave 1 scout on it and run through, they can run like 5v2 onto last. It was a real golden opportunity, but yeah, like the movement from I think it was Sophie was too good.
Yep, that was a very big moment. I might have started. That's when I got the giggles at that point. So I started losing it a bit. Then there was some funny things going on. Yeah, as you were saying, very strong performance from Pint Gaming. Yeah, very, very comfortable, very cozy win from them here. So I was in the voice chat with them before this game, and they were feeling confident going into it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's but it's a big game, right? Obviously, we were talking a little bit beforehand about the league table positionings. It's like you've got 3 teams on 20+ points who are always making playoffs. We always know that. And then, like, of the bottom 4 teams, there's like they're at 1, 5, 5, and 6, and Unknown Quantities are at 6, and Pint are at 5 before this game. So this is like a really, really big win. This is going to put them up to 11 points. So they're 5 points clear of everyone else, and they're going to have a game in hand against Unknown Quantities because they had their Open to Prem game removed.
Yeah.
From earlier on in the season.
It's a very important game for them and for Pint trying to get that playoff spot then. And as you see, looking at the Div 2 tables, I don't know if I've ever seen that where it's just so many points and hello, come Tum.
Among Us.
Thank you. So that's important for them then to. So I've not seen how they've been performing against the other teams. I've not really got a lot of that insider information this season. I've been trying to just focus on me, so even just general like any kind of mentoring or coaching I've not done, so I don't quite know a lot of these teams and how it's gonna be. But
you're in Prem, aren't you? Like, so you're
Damn,
I
selfish,
know
warped.
Oh, I used to.
You hate to see it. Man reached Prem and then just stopped caring about the little man.
Yeah, you expect
Fame
me
got
to
him.
refute that, but no, that's completely true.
I would have logs, but logs.tf is broken. So,
Have you
enjoy.
timed out Mickey again?
That was Dan, that wasn't me.
Probably,
it's working now.
You're gonna
Let
get
me
the
get on these
RSPCA.
logs.
You're gonna
I
get
need
the
these logs.
RSPCA on you if you keep doing this.
Well then, Warp, can you tell us who else is still playing this weekend?
Who else is still playing this weekend?
Yes.
As in games coming up.
Yes.
On Sunday, we have a lovely game of Havoc versus Mandem. Big one to look out for. But Warped is definitely going to be the star player of that game.
I tried, what to expect if it's not happening. I want riots in the chat.
Yeah, who knows? Ooh, the logs. Let's have a look. Andy. Oh, Andy.
So what, Pint won both on your guys' game?
Yeah,
Yes.
they were
Very
kind of
comfortably.
dominant. Yeah,
Very,
it was-
very dominant. That said, I mean, I was quite impressed with Zim and also the soldiers. Unknown. I felt Wonder and Slow Motion Milk had some really good individual moments. It was maybe just it kind of felt like they were lacking main calls just from watching it, like in some places. Because Zim was going kind of huge at parts, and the soldiers as well had some really, really, really nice moments. But logs don't quite reflect that, but it was, I don't know.
Yeah,
Definitely
particularly at
felt-
Entropy, I think. I think we saw a little bit of Sunshine, but at Entropy there was multiple times where, the two soldiers coordinated well amongst themselves in Wonder and Slow Motion Milk on the Unknown Quantity side, and pulled bad situations back from the dead, and really helped them stay in that game for longer than they otherwise would have done.
It's good to know that Unknown Quantity's mentor that is subbing in tonight is playing well. It will help them a lot going forward from here.
I gotta say though, okay, looking at the logs, Andy massively farming. A lot of those on NG. Only 2, so no, he was just farming on Scout this game. But I want to say, Roticher was playing out of his mind.
Yeah.
I'm proud of that boy.
Man, if only he had a team this season, that would be crazy.
If only he had a team that he didn't destroy internally by self-sabotage. Yep.
But there's nothing that could have been done about that. It was meant to be.
It was as destiny foretold. Roticher was the Judas to Uncle Sam's. Jesus. Ooh.
A highlight of the game still has to be the medic drop with the arrow, like
The bow
huge.
was nice.
We love a bow drop. And very nicely done. But I think we'll shall we wrap up? Good luck to you on Sunday.
I don't need it.
Doesn't need it, damn. Fighting talk.
Yeah, he needs a lot more than just luck, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, that is true, Dum Dum. We're gonna need a lot.
You got this.
We can believe.
Yeah, good luck to these two teams.
Oh, I won't. I'm praying for your downfall.
Right, yeah, I was looking at Pint's fixtures. They still have to play like IKEA and giving girls cocaine in the last 2 fixtures.
Well, one of those is a free win.
I honestly think like IKEA have also not had a great season, right?
They got 3 points of aware as well, so
Okay, maybe. Maybe
doing
that's close.
fine.
But, like, I guess IKEA is probably the closest competitors then to Pint.
Well,
for
it's
that
not out
fourth
on
playoff
quantities
spot.
after tonight, so it's
Yeah,
them
it's
two now.
going to be between IKEA and who's IKEA's other game against? They're
Oh,
playing.
actually, I didn't get points of them. I forgot. I keep forgetting that they choked last second on map 2. They actually did not get any points of aware.
Okay, yes,
Also,
that
close
is the
game, and
big
then they
game.
lost.
That is the big game then.
Yeah.
The Pint against IKEA.
Like, IKEA still has Pint and on quantities. If they win both of those, it's huge.
Yeah, but I think if Pint get like a 6-0 against giving girls cocaine, then like any golden cap against IKEA is enough to
Which they
push.
will, quite frankly.
Okay. So yeah, looking good for Pint then to get playoffs according to Dumtum, who says without a shadow
very
of a
likely.
doubt that they will win 6-0.
Well, they will
in the next
win
fixture.
against Czechoslovakia, yes. I don't know about IKEA, but they will beat the Czechoslovakian team. The IKEA game could be close, I guess.
Why does the Czechoslovakian team have like a Argentine flag?
That's where they get the cocaine from.
Ah, I see.
Anyway, moving on quickly. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, Tom, for poking your head in sometimes. Big thank you for our local Prem player, Mr. Warped, for appearing and doing some excellent casting.
Wait, this guy's in Prem?
Thank you.
I was casting?
God damn it, guys. Thank you to Mr. Ben for doing some excellent casting as usual, and we will see you when
Never. This was the last stream.
I'm gonna stab myself.
We're banned.
Well, I'm doing just fine. Because I caught your lies. You say that it's you, not me. Baby, now that I am free, I want my lips back, my time back, my words. Look when I said my love back, my life back, my heart, the one that you knew could break, the one that broke with your confession. With your confession. With your confession. I'ma let you speak. Let my silence breathe.